increasing. But yeah, so you got a number of saves in there, but I'm not sure which one we're on.
The top one was the one with the most playtime by a few minutes.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we came back to Scab. Let's go into the old mode for a second. We can look at the old inventory. Okay, so we've got 401 pieces of 8. Got the shovel. We've still got the spit paper. We made the voodoo doll, so we got rid of Largo. We have access to the other islands, and we have this book.
Big Whoop, Unclaimed Bonanza or Myth. It says here there were 4 pirates. Rapscallion, the cook, Young Lindy, the cabin boy, Mr. Rogers, the first mate, and Captain Marley. They buried their treasure along with plenty of booby traps on a place believed to be called Inky Island. They made a map which they divided into 4 pieces, each man taking one. Rapscallion later opened the Steam and Weenie Hut on Scab Island. It was a huge success, but fell into disrepair after Rap was killed in a flash fire. Young Lindy drifted aimlessly, down on his luck until he mysteriously came into money while panhandling on Booty Island. He used the cash to bankroll an advertising firm which failed after its gross mishandling of the Gangrene and Honey account. Mr. Rogers retired off the coast of Fat Island. He marketed homemade contest grog brewed in a bathtub until his recent disappearance. Captain Marley vanished while sailing in the America's Cup race. His boat was leading at the time.
Okay, so that gives us all of the pirates involved in the map pieces. Now I think the thing we'll do, I know there are a bunch of places we can make advancements on here, but I think it's probably easiest just to talk about where do I know there are map pieces already. Because
the only one of those I remember is Rapscallion.
Yes, and that's
really
usually
you don't remember
the
Mr.
last
Rogers?
One. That's the last one you get. Okay, so there are 2 map pieces that we already have a good idea of where they're located. One, because we've literally seen it. The shop in the village on Booty Island has a map piece in it. It's ridiculously priced, and the guy's only interested in either like 6 million, an unattainable amount of money, or some kind of unique item.
I was curious as to whether anybody had actually hacked the game to get the 6 million to see if they could just straight up buy it.
I don't know.
Oh, Jail's in the chat.
Oh, hi,
okay, yes.
Jail.
Jail says.
Jail says.
Go ahead. Somebody read. I'll read it. Anybody.
Leo.
Jail is still at Comic Palooza. Definitely going to miss today. Good luck and have fun. I'll try to chime in every once in a while.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Have fun.
Thank you, Jail.
Let us know how it is afterwards.
Definitely enjoyed. Yeah, we weren't sure what your schedule was because you had it down as a maybe. So we knew that you were, having fun someplace. But yeah, considering phone technology these days, every time Funk comes out of the blue, we never know where he is either. Okay, so for all the fans out there, yeah, we certainly hope they're enjoying Comic Palooza. Sure, there'll be highlights later. But yeah, for right now and everything, yeah, we're gonna go see the parrot.
Well, no, I'm just pointing out this is a map piece. So we already know. I forget whose piece this is because we know that like one of the pirates was the governor's grandfather and one of them was Rapscallion and one of them is this guy who made contest grog who disappeared. But this guy has a piece.
That's part of the Big Whoop treasure map. I don't know a lot about the piece, but there's supposed to be a book in the library that tells all about the whole map.
That's the book we got. So, yeah.
I have to go now.
We know that one of the unique items he's interested in is the figurehead for a crashed ship. And we also know that out here on Booty Island is Captain Cape Capsize, who offers
glass bottom boat.
Tours in a glass bottom boat.
Sightseeing. Cruises.
To
Last
go look
day
for...
before I leave for Fat Island.
Come on, Kate, say the line.
3-hour tours.
No, not that one.
3-hour tours.
Still not that one.
Sunken galleons.
Sunken galleons. There we go.
Sunken galleons.
So she's selling the opportunity, and I think the cost for that, we already talked to her about it last time, it's like 6,000. So it's quite a lot. And
yeah,
this is the governor's mansion.
She said, yes. Yes, it was.
We would expect, although we don't know for certain, that Governor Marley would also have a piece However, as we've already been here...
Is there something I can
Yeah, we
help
can't
you
get past.
Yes, we can't get past here because the governor's having a party.
Did you bring a costume and invitation?
Yeah.
I didn't want to go anyway.
Suit yourself.
Okay. So there's a costume store, and I remember distinctly getting stuck at this point because I interpreted that puzzle as being I need two separate things, and I could get them in either order. I got stuck where I knew the invitation was, but I couldn't figure out that puzzle. We're going to go there in a minute and do that puzzle. But I figured, well, in that case, then I can get the costume. And the costume shop's got a bunch of interesting stuff in it here. We've got like a cannibal from a cartoon or something. Wonky Elephant, Joe and Liz. This definitely looks like Bart Simpson.
Excuse me. I'd like to rent a costume.
Our costumes are all gone, or on reserve. Sorry.
And I was stumped here for a long time because I figured, okay, this must be a separate
But
puzzle.
you have tons of costumes.
They're all reserved and waiting to be picked up.
Why are your costumes so popular?
I'm the only costume shop in a 5-island radius. And besides, everybody who's anybody is going to the big Mardi Gras celebration at Governor Marley's mansion.
I'd really like to rent a costume.
Try us after Mardi Gras.
I'd really, really like to rent a costume.
Look, if you don't have a reservation, you don't have a costume.
And there is the hint, finally. If you pester him, you know, and there are a lot of puzzles that just seem like it's repetition. You like once you figured out what you want to do, you do it and it won't get you the answer you want the first time. And if you say, okay, well, that's wrong, I won't say that again, and you give up and you never get the real hint. And the hint here is the reservation and the costume are
You
linked.
look busy. I'll come back later.
Oh, and if you go off, okay, you know what? Okay, until we show him the reservation, we don't see what is to the right of this shop. There are some Easter eggs over there. All right, so that means that it looks like the only thing we're going to be able to do right away is get the invitation. And this was also a puzzle that really stumped me the first time around. Mostly again just because of overthinking things.
No, you never do that.
Yeah, here we go.
I remember some of the first Destiny ones that we did where we just dug into it so deep. And it was literally, no, you just got to do these three things.
I'll knock.
What do you want, kid?
Okay, so you get the standard stuff.
I'm selling these fine leather jackets. Sorry to bother you.
And they don't get you much of anywhere.
You again?
Okay, but we saw last episode the guy who basically is playing the roulette wheel in the next alley over and getting the winning numbers from here. So we can try to do the same thing. Hey, what's the next winning number going to be?
What's the next winning number going to be?
First, give me the password. You have to get it right 3 times. If this is 2, what's this?
Oof.
This drove me nuts. I drew out...
That's puzzles.
It's not a math puzzle. That's the thing. The trick is thinking that this is a math puzzle. I tried to figure out, there must be an equation, right? There must be a transform. There must be something. There must be some relationship between the two apparent numbers he shows that gives me the thing you're supposed to answer. And it is so much simpler than that it's annoying. You simply ignore the second sign he makes and you answer the first one. He basically threw up 3 fingers and said, if this is X, which you just ignore, what's this? And he throws up something else, and you ignore that. You just answer the number of fingers you threw up the first time.
3.
Okay, that's 1 right. 2 more. If this is 3, what's this?
4.
That's 2. 1 more. If this is 4, what's this?
1.
Okay, you must be a member of the Gamblers Club, but I don't recognize you.
No, I was transferred here today. New orders.
What?
Sorry. I had a flashback there. What I meant was that I just joined today.
Oh, okay. The winning number will be 20 black.
And that's all there is to that puzzle. And in addition to that, the configuration of fingers that he throws up also does not matter. Only the quantity. Because there were a number of things where, like, he would make a sign like this with, like, one finger pointing out and some pointing back at him. And so I said, okay, maybe that's also part of it. So maybe, like, the number of fingers held up or to the side meant something. No, it doesn't. Not at all. So walk to the alley. Wharf. There we go. Click.
I don't remember that puzzle at all.
Oh,
I
really?
do remember the roulette one.
Okay, here we go.
It's a slow wheel.
Yes. I wonder if they overcompensated for running on modern.
All right. You win again. Today is your lucky day, all right. Would you like money again?
Yeah. I think that's enough for me today.
Okay, Ralphie. See you tomorrow.
So that means we don't have to worry about
All you
competing
have
with
to
anybody else
do
from
is
now on.
watch the wheel go round.
I'd like to place a bet.
Betting costs money, kid. 1 piece of 8 for 1 game.
Oh, yeah. Here.
Okay, kid. Which number you want?
I'd like 20 black.
Okay, here we go. $20 black. You're a winner, kid. Which of our fabulous prizes do you want? Take your pick. You can have 60 pieces of 8, or you can have the invitation to Governor Marley's Mardi Gras party, or you can have a free pass to see the Linguini Brothers circus. Well, which will it be?
We
I
absolutely
think we probably need all
invitation.
those things.
I'd love to have the
I
invitation.
don't remember
He wants
if we need the circus ticket.
invitation.
I'm gonna take it because it's a unique item anyway.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Care to
Right, so
make
we'll go in.
another bet?
And I think the amount of money you win is so small that it doesn't really help unless you've somehow spent it. You can like buy all the random useless crap from the shopkeeper, and spend all your money
Which
that
is
way
always
if you
fun.
want. So you can always make more money this way.
What do you want, kid?
What's the next winning number gonna be?
First, give me the password. If this is 1, what's this?
3.
Right. The winning number will be 31 red.
And after you've done it,
Oh, good.
they
He
don't
only
ever-
makes you do it once.
Yeah, he only makes you do it once, just like for the other guys, so you don't have to keep doing it. Oh crap! What did he say?
31 red.
31 red.
31 red?
Yeah.
Yep.
Easy money.
I'd like to place another bet. Here's 1 piece of 8.
Okay, kid. Which number you want?
I'd like 31 red.
Okay, here we go.
And of course, the number of choices he offers is not the complete number of spots on such a wheel. It's always just one of the choices.
the old school wheel look like?
Yeah, there.
31 red. You're a winner, kid. Which of our fabulous prizes do you want? Take your pick. You can have 60 pieces of 8, or you can have a free pass to see the Linguini Brothers circus. Well, which will it be?
I honestly don't know if this is a thing we
I really
need,
want
but I'm
the
going to take
circus
it anyway.
ticket.
He wants a free pass to see the Linguini Brothers circus. Congratulations!
Thanks.
And I do not think we need any more money at this point.
Well, we have, 401, and he's offering 60, so there's not a lot, but
Yeah, no, it's not a lot.
theoretically,
the next
Actually,
thing we
there'd
have
be a
to
limit
buy,
as to how many times you can get money.
Yeah, the next
Right,
thing we have to buy
but-
costs 6,000. So I think he closes up shop for the day before you can get that up. Also, it's
Right.
interesting that basically solving all the puzzles in this game requires you to be a very bad person. And luckily, this location of the game will always tell you exactly how bad a person you're being.
Wanted, Guybrush Threepwood. Hey, that's me! For the murder of G.P. LeChuck. Also for the use of witchcraft on the person of Largo Legrand. The thievery of clothing and medically prescribed hair supplements for such witchcraft. Grave robbing. Trespassing. Larceny without a permit. Illegal gambling on a sporting event. Exceeding allowable FDA limit for rodent parts in Vichyssoise. Vandalizing a historical miniature. Unauthorized exiting from a penal institution. And releasing a dangerous reptile in a populated area. Also wanted for questioning regarding the disappearance of prescription eyewear. Reward offered for information leading to the suspect's apprehension. Threepwood is to be considered armed and dangerous. Armed and dangerous? Right on.
And this will update itself throughout the game. So every time you solve a puzzle by doing a thing, that gets added to the list.
magically.
Possibly, quite literally.
Where'd you want to go?
Okay, so we now have the invitation, and with the invitation, we should be able to get the costume.
My question is, which costume?
I don't think we have any choice about that.
Excuse me.
No, I didn't think we did.
I need to rent a costume.
I do
Next
remember
time,
what it
make
is.
a reservation.
Oh, I think we need to just give him
You look
the
busy.
invitation.
I'll come back later.
It doesn't just doesn't become a new option. Give invitation to shopkeeper.
Ah, you have a
That's right.
costume on reserve. Well, that's a different story. Let's see. Your costume is right over here. Walk this way, please. Well, here it is. You'll surely be the talk of the party in this. Well, have fun and enjoy your costume.
And what's interesting here is that the Easter egg actually is different in the two different graphics. In the old graphics, it's Sam from Sam and Max Hit the Road, and it's the tentacle
Oh,
from
that's
Day
a
of the
great game.
Tentacle in the new one.
What a beautiful dress. What a beautiful dress.
Yeah, but you need shoes and a clutch, and I haven't done anything
Yeah,
with your hair.
I guess Guybrush isn't much for accessorizing because I don't think we're gonna get anything.
Sightseeing. Glass bottom boat.
But we should be able to get into the governor's party now.
I had so much fun with Sam and Max.
I think I only played one of those, and I'm not sure how many there are. There's 2 or 3 of them.
Is
don't
there
think I
something
played
I can
any.
help you with?
I only played the
You
one.
mentioned a party before?
Sam and Max at
You
the
bring a
but still.
costume and invitation?
I've got my invitation right here.
Well, what do you know? You do have an invitation. Do you have a costume?
I have my costume right here.
Better put it on.
Well, if you insist, but you'll have to try to restrain yourself.
No, not here. Go in the bushes or something. Jeez. Oh, that is nice. And the boots are a nice touch. Okay, I guess you can go through. Have fun.
Now, it is, of course, just a dress, and therefore really isn't actually any more of a costume than his captain's outfit is. Except insofar as you accept the idea that a man wearing your dress is wearing a costume.
Mm.
Okay, this one, I sort of remember what the puzzle is. Dog. Okay, I don't have to worry about the dog till later.
Well, in the new graphics, he wears it well.
I'm gonna sweat off 20 pounds in this stupid costume.
Well, looks like I'm too late for the hors d'oeuvres.
To Elaine Marley.
Too late. They're already picked clean.
To Elaine.
I don't need those. But of course, the highlight feature here tells me, oh, look, the map is right here.
To the party.
It looks like part of the map to Big Whoop.
Thanks.
More subtle than both.
All right. I got the first map piece.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. There's our first map piece.
No kidding. I forgot to put air holes in mine.
So, where are all the tricks?
I can't get by these people on the stairs.
Yeah, I thought there'd be some here.
This one also, I don't remember how this works because I think we're forced to go upstairs at some point, but we can't right now.
Well, what's the matter, bro?
Ah, yes. Here we go.
Something?
This is where the dog comes in.
Nice doggy.
What's the matter there, Guybrush?
Nothing a big hug wouldn't cure.
I was talking to the dog. Who are you?
Oh, that is some PC speaker dog barking there.
She named her dog Guybrush?
Yeah, I don't get
Rather
it.
grateful for that, actually.
Not much of a name, if you ask me. Says it's 'cause he's dumb and helpless and keeps getting in the way. But he sure can sniff out the governor's possessions. Maybe you should empty your pockets.
Try and catch me, old man.
Oh, look out for that rake. Governor, I caught one of your party guests making off with your grandfather's map.
Another would-be treasure hunter, eh? Bring him in.
In here, Guybrush.
Guybrush? Guybrush Threepwood?
The one and only Sugar Bear.
Of all the parties in all the houses on all the islands of the Caribbean, he had to crash mine.
It's destiny, honey cakes.
Movie reference that's not Star Wars or Indiana Jones.
Get lost.
Punky Doodle.
I'm warning you.
Pooper Duper.
Maybe I should go rake the back 40.
Look at us, together again. Boy, we haven't been like this since, well...
Since I quit my job and moved away without leaving a forwarding address?
Was that what happened? Gee, I thought...
Guybrush, can't you take a hint? We were a mistake. I thought we had an agreement.
Is that a new blouse?
Same old Guybrush.
Now, if I remember here, what they're offering is like a bunch of really low-effort ways to try and suck up to her, and then a way to play hard to get. And I think the way that this works is you just have to, like, grovel.
Can't you see how my heart has suffered?
Oh, really?
If I can't be with you, I don't want to live.
You're getting warmer.
May lightning strike me if I bear false intentions.
Oh, Guybrush, I know I shouldn't have anything to do with you, but there's something about your weakness and ineptitude that I find infectious.
Does that mean you're going to let me have the map?
Map? Is that what this is all about? I should have known better. If the map's all you care about, you'd better go out and get it.
The puzzle thickens.
Oh, and they don't give you a choice on that.
Well, that's just it. I was wondering, yeah, wait a minute. What if it isn't all we want?
Luckily, though, the
what if
people
you'd
on the
rather
stairs...
have the governor than the map?
I know, right?
Like, what do we want with the map if we got the
She's
governor?
Gone. I guess I really made her mad this time.
Can you change out of the dress?
Kyle Katarn in a dress. Central Caribbean School for Governors, Crew 67. Well, maybe she won't miss this old thing. I can't reach it. Man, she has shoulder pads and everything. You know, I heard some guys talking about Marley's bust. This must be it.
So these are just literally joke items. We're allowed to click on them for
I can't reach it.
Oh yeah, I mean, because there's a bust and then there's this.
It's impolite to stare at a woman's chest. It's just a porcelain replica of a chest. I hate that knick-knacky junk. I can see the map fluttering around in the front yard.
Ah, okay, so hasn't gone far yet.
Why doesn't he just go through the window? You could avoid Bullwinkle. President gets sued.
Man, what are you, nuts? Yeah, I guess you're right.
Ha! Bark as loud as you want. Filbert's out raking the back 40.
So the dog was a temporary
I feel like
threat
the dog
entirely.
bugs it.
What the? Hey! Dang wind! Come back here! Slippery little devil. Hey!
Yeah, this is gonna end well. Now, with the wonders of modern technology, can we pause the frame, go back, and then scan the thing
Well, shoot.
to find out what we need off of it?
Okay, so that's gone further away now. So there's a second part of that puzzle that we'll have to deal with. I think there's...
Maybe while I'm in the woods, I'll ditch this stupid costume.
Okay, and then he changes back out. Maybe I don't have access to it now. I thought there was a... I thought we could go behind the house.
Is it in the old menu?
No, it's here. Side of
Oh,
house.
you gotta go in first.
Yeah. You'd think there would be a clickable zone there, but there isn't.
Apparently not.
They're empty. It's empty. It's a beat-up metal trash can.
Yeah, but what's in it?
No way. It probably smells. It says, Dear Booty Island Waste Disposal Service. Shh. Please don't bang garbage cans. Governor sleeping upstairs.
So, as you can see here, only one important item back here. And this is fish.
Kitchen staff only.
Sorry.
As soon as he notices you, he tells you have to leave. I honestly don't remember how to solve that. We do need the fish. In fact, we need the fish to pursue this map piece.
Do we bang the trash cans?
Maybe could be. Yeah,
Or do
there
we
is
get
actually
the
push
dog to
garbage.
distract him?
Hey, what is all the racket? Don't even think about going in there. Don't even think about going in there. Don't mess with the governor's cans.
Ah, okay. He chases us.
Oh, you gotta
That's
run
what
around
it
the
is.
house? He chases
yeah,
you. Okay.
we just I think we kite him around the house.
Hey, come back here. I'm not done yet.
'Cause I think we can go around the other side of the house, yes.
No good, punk. If it's not raccoons, it's teenage vandals.
You're supposed to be a teenager? You're supposed to be older.
Well, they keep making these jokes about, like, growing a beard or not being able to grow a beard or whatever. Okay, so now we have a fish.
Oh, there you are. Anyway, like I was saying, you heard me. Get lost, transient hooligan.
As opposed to regular hooligans.
Huh. But he won't. Yeah. See, once you leave the zone, he goes back. So now we have the fish.
And hooligans can have houses.
Okay, so now that we have a fish, I do believe we made a wager with someone about who could catch the largest fish.
Where do you want to go?
Caught anything yet?
Yeah, but nothing gross enough to make you eat yet.
You give them the fish.
Yeah, I keep expecting a lot of times for like dialogue options to change when the inventory has changed, but usually you just have to interact with the object. You have to pick a verb, choose the thing, and then choose the character.
Wow! This is the biggest... well, it's almost as big as the Leviathan I just hauled in.
Really? Where is this Leviathan? I think you're
Currently
lying.
in orbit around the moon.
Yeah, you're right. It was just a fish story. I guess you win. Here, take the pole.
And that gives us a fishing pole. We might not have been sure why we needed it yet. Except I know where the map piece went when it flew off the map.
Oh, I didn't just go down to the cliffs?
Is
Of course.
yeah, just in case you thought that was the end of this puzzle. Of course it's not.
Oh, no.
Dang.
I believe that iMuse is functioning in this mode, but the music still sounds to me like more like PC MIDI music than it does like the Amiga version. I may check and see if the save game files are compatible with running this in ScumVM, because in ScumVM you can use any MIDI instrument package that you want, so that you can hear what this sounds like. Ooh. If you had like a Roland MT32 hooked up to your computer back in the 90s, what it would have sounded like. It's really nice. Like pretty comparable to what the new music is in terms of instrumentation, but with the iMuse scripting, which I think is not present in the new music. I could be wrong. Yeah, and we have been here before. We noticed that there was just all of these items, a plank, and the outhouse with a door that we could open and close.
Oh,
for
I
some
remember
reason.
this. You put the ore in the thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't you
And
remember
also,
the steps?
I was also watching a couple of people because there, other than us playing this, there are a bunch of people who are playing the games in anticipation of the new one coming out. Some people who are doing a first
I was
playthrough
wondering
of this game, and I was watching them.
I was wondering. I got a bunch in the feed after we did this.
Yes, I was watching some of them, and I was watching some people who were doing the first playthroughs, so that I could see like some of the content that you get when you're trying to solve a puzzle and failing, instead of people who they already know all the puzzles and they don't do any interactions that aren't solving the puzzle. But I did notice that 2 separate people I saw getting to this point in the game ended up causing themselves a major problem later, because if you hit a key during part of a thing here, you will skip a sequence and you will not see what happened. And as a result, you will not get a very important clue for a puzzle that is much later in the game.
Oh, wow.
And there won't be any real way for you to figure it out without somebody telling you, or unless you just choose to look at every item in your inventory. And as I said, that guy in the shop on Booty Island sells a bunch of knickknacks, and you have more than enough money. You can buy a bunch of them, and so you can fill your inventory with useless items. So you can't just trust that, the game let me have this in my inventory, therefore it must be a puzzle item.
Must be important.
No, there's a lot of items that are not.
So you can completely dilute your inventory with junk and make it that much harder for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed that part, though.
Looks like a plank stuck in a hole in a tree.
Yeah, this is great. Now, this puzzle was why I picked up the ore from the governor's room. Because if you notice, this plank looks a lot like this ore. So I can use
I
the
figured
ore.
just do one after the other to make steps.
Yep.
Oh.
Or you can die.
And this happens. And you have to not do any inputs here.
Ooh, wait a minute. Something very strange is going on here. Do not attempt to adjust your set. Dad? Mom? What are you two doing here?
We came looking for you.
Where have you been?
You came looking for me? But I thought you abandoned me.
Why would we do that? We are such loving parents.
Yes, we are.
So what do you two want?
We have some information for you, son.
Really? Great! What is it?
Well, we're going to give it to you in the form of a song.
Oh, okay.
Leg bone's connected to the hip bone. Hip bone connected to the arm bone. The arm bone's connected to the rib bone. Rib bone's connected to the leg bone. The leg bone's connected to the hip bone. Hip bone's connected to the head bone.
Wow, you're good.
The head bone's connected to the rib bone. Rib bone's connected to the leg bone. Leg bone's connected to the arm bone.
I gotta write this down.
That's the important part.
The arm bone's connected to the head bone. The head bone's connected to the rib bone. The rib bone's connected to the hip bone.
Rib bone's connected to the hip bone.
Yikes.
What is it? What's wrong? Why did you leave me again? Boo! LeChuck! But I killed you!
You didn't kill me, you little moron!
I was already a ghost when you met me. You just destroyed my spiritual essence. A favor that I will now return.
Wow. What a dream.
Okay, so I was afraid even to change to the old graphics. I'd kind of like to see what that looked like in the old graphics, but I was afraid that that would skip it because I have seen people where if they just do any input, like try to access inventory or click the mouse or do anything, it skips to the end of the song. And so even if you saw the beginning of the song, you might have just figured, okay, they're just being funny, right? I mean, that's, you know, nothing important. I don't need this. I can skip to the end. Except for the bit where he said, I need to write this down. And he pulled out a piece of paper. And you'd be thinking, well, where did you do that? Where did you write this down?
Oh, on the spit paper.
And he wrote it on here because this is the only piece of paper the game can be sure you have at this point.
At any given time, yeah.
You could have taken extra paper from Wally's, you know, so you would have a blank sheet. Or, you know, maybe you would have a map piece if you solved puzzles in a different order, but it knows you should have this thing. And because you can't just arbitrarily drop items in these games to make sure that you can't lose an essential item, it knows you have this because if you've gotten off the island, you must have gotten the spit paper. So it writes this here. This is important later. Oh, sorry. Stop. There we go. Okay. But now it looks like our ore is broken.
I guess it was an antique.
So we must know somebody who can help us out with that.
Where do you want to go?
Oh.
Yeah?
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
Yeah, we've already exhausted his dialogue, but again, as usual, if we
Wait,
give
give
him
him
an item,
Yeah.
Excuse me, could you take a look at this?
Looks like a massive fracture. You're gonna be using this? I better reinforce it for you. Here you go, boy.
Decca's in the
alloy
chat asking
splints,
if we're having
better than
technical
new.
issues again.
I don't
Are we?
think so. What? Oh, Wilfon's in the chat.
Hey, Wilfon.
Breaking an ore, aka ore doubling. Well, we didn't really double our ores. We just fixed an ore we had. You can actually, you can take the plank that was already in the tree out and bring it to him. And if you show that one to him, he says that one looks fine.
Oh, he says the stream's not on YouTube.
Where do you want to go?
Are we, well, there.
Oh, Monkey Island Part 2. It says, yeah, no views 2 hours ago. Did it start and just not continue?
Did it fail? It may have
Maybe it did,
maybe it
I don't
started
know.
and failed.
Well, tell you what, why don't we just like upload it post-production after we finish?
Yeah,
Twitch
I'm recording it so that I can upload it later if it turns out the stream has failed for some reason. But the stream from here is still working because it's on Twitch.
Yeah, I got the Twitch notification.
There you go.
For a second there, I thought he was talking about the new ducking audio.
Enable auto start. That is the correct
They may be having a brain
key.
cramp. Strangely enough, the service that I use for YouTube ad skipping and everything, their servers died the other day. Man, trying to watch that with ads again.
Oh, Okay, I know what it is.
Painful.
Hold on a second.
What happened?
I will.
Something glitched?
Are we? We're too early to take our break, right?
Well, it's about just before 3, so theoretically.
I'll tell you what. I think I can fix this pretty quickly. So I will put us to blank.
Twitch looks great.
Stop the stream and then bring us right back up. Okay, so we'll be right back.
Stand by. Watching the Ramesses.net playthrough of Monkey Island Part 2, and we'll be right back after this.
Okay, we're back. We should be on both YouTube and Twitch now. It was going to the wrong stream key. Twitch only has one stream key, but YouTube has lots, so it was going to the wrong one.
I know. They can't get enough of those stream keys.
Too many keys. We need a skeleton key.
It'd be great to have a skeleton stream key. You can go on anyone's channel anytime.
Yes, that would be so helpful.
Well, you know what's funny is that back in the day with the early iPhones and whatnot, somebody actually came up with the idea, instead of taking the random playlist button for the iPod, you could actually put the random call button on FaceTime. So whenever you pushed it, you would just simply call a random person on the planet.
Oh, that couldn't go wrong at all.
No, it would be wonderful. Get to meet new and interesting people from faraway lands. Randomly.
Okay, so we should be able
Mark's getting comfy.
Oops. Maybe I want to use the reinforced ore here.
It's Wilfred in the chat says, I see you. Question Deca says, yeah, YouTube execs probably do, and they probably keep it in a small vault. You know, it's funny. It would be kind of funny if they actually did.
Looks like a plank
I would think that some executive privileges somewhere with their tubers allows them to jump in or mess around with everyone else's stream keys. Yeah, this isn't going to take a while.
Well, actually, at some point, he says, oh, okay, I see what you mean.
I think I get the idea.
Right here.
And then it just keeps going.
Yeah, and then we just do a fade, and we're here.
Woo! Oh, nice. Treetop villages are always fun. I think my favorite is the,
Robinson.
I was always partial to the,
no way. He looks like he bites.
The Channelwood Age and Mist.
It's hundreds and hundreds of maps.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want them all, and I can't tell which one is Governor Marley's.
Okay, so this is the only hint you get here. The bird is almost really a distraction because you can't do anything with it, and it almost seems like they're trying to make this seem like it's the bird puzzle from the first game, where the primary obstacle is the bird, which is that, like, okay, if we could just get rid of the bird, then we could
go
through the pile and then find the right piece. But no, what he really says is that I don't want them all and I can't tell which one it is. That's the clue. The clue is, who or what have we seen in the game that knows Governor Marley's belongings?
Oh, we can leave the dog up here? A dog to climb a tree seems a bit odd, but...
Well, as it turns out, the dog's not going to have to climb the tree. Which we'll see why he doesn't have to. Unless the dog is still here, but the cook has gone back, and the groundskeeper has also...
Just have to give him something to sniff out and he'll bloodhound it up.
Oh, what a cute little thing. Okay, dog.
I think you know this game better than I know the first.
So that's why the dog doesn't have to climb the tree. Because it's just another one of these irregularly shaped objects that can go in our pockets.
Right, because you're a time lord.
The idea of a dog
there.
scurrying around inside your shirt is such a...
Yeah, nothing bad will happen to that.
It's not as creepy as the beard, though. It's not as creepy as us keeping the beard in our pants.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
like
yeah.
A plank stuck in a hole in a tree.
Oh, no. it picked it up.
Oh, you took it. You took the.
Yep,
Oh, you broke the puzzle. Oh well, unplayable. Have to uninstall.
It's crazy, but it just might work. Hello, little Guybrush. Good boy! Run along home now. Now that's a good dog. All right, I got the first map piece.
And that solves both quote-unquote puzzles at once, right? The bird being here and also not knowing which map. But
Yeah,
before we
Dicka
leave
says,
here-
yeah, it's the trope. They're playing it up.
Yeah, looks like there's one other interactable object up here, and it's over here.
Yeah, can you take the looking glass?
Nice. I do like that in a lot of games it's important to know when you need to look or interact with an object and when you don't, and it's important for the negative messages to be as short and because you're going to repeat them a lot. So there are a lot of objects you can look at in which all Guybrush says is nice. And when they recorded the voices for this, they had him record it in several different deliveries so that it's not redundant. So you can look at a bunch of objects in a room and he just goes, nice,
Oh, yeah.
nice, nice. You know. But we
As
definitely want
opposed to, I will destroy you.
Yes, I will destroy you, or various other repetitious phrases. I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee. I don't think there's anything.
There's nothing interesting in there. There's nothing interesting in there.
Yeah, no, there's nothing there. That's fine. I don't think we need the ore back. I think we can just leave it there. But we do have a map piece. A giant fish. Okay. Probably we should take it. We should take it to Wally, right?
Fish that big's probably full of mercury, though.
Yeah, if we want to eat
Yeah,
mercury, we'll have
fair
a
enough.
thermometer.
Where do you want to go?
Deep inside LeChuck's fortress.
Ooh.
LeChuck, sir, I regret to report that Guybrush has found one of the map pieces to Big Whoop.
You will regret it a lot more if he finds another. Stop him at any cost. But remember, I want him alive.
Yes, sir.
Creep.
I don't think the game ever explains how Largo or LeChuck ever find out about how you're finding these map pieces. And also, it never ends up mattering because, we're going to end up in that location later, but, Largo and LeChuck never come looking for you. It does not matter. It's just they play a cutscene like that every time you try to use Dread's boat after finding a map piece. That's it. Spoiler alert.
We got up the pressure.
Wilfon says, reminds me of the Necromancer sound
I've
of
been
Baldur's
doing
Gate.
some of
Stop
that
touching
stuff
me.
Sorry, what,
The
Liam?
sounds.
Oh, just keeping that pressure in the narrative that, you've got other things going on that are, and even though you don't really have to hurry, it kind of gives you the impression that you do. I think that's important in the game.
Yeah,
I did a
Destiny
little
does
bit of that with
every time
my-
you do something.
I remember rearranging some terminals in my Marathon 1 Redux project to that effect.
To give you the sense of urgency.
I bet my mom would help me find it if she were alive.
That's really sad. Now, so remember, we took Wally's monocle to give to
several times, in fact,
to give to Dread, to Captain Dread, because it's his lucky sailing necklace. But we also looted this item from the model lighthouse in the library on that island.
I'm
Would that
stuck
suffice?
here forever. Ah, that'll work. Thanks.
Oh, it does work. Oh, okay, cool. So you can swap the two.
It happens to be the right prescription.
Yep, just happens.
What's this? A map? Looks like only part of a map. Come back when you have the whole thing. Maybe I can help you then.
Okay, so basically, come back and give it to Wally when we get all of it.
Now, will he hold on to it so we don't have to worry about losing it, or do we have to have the whole thing before he'll look at it completely?
We'll see what happens when we get to that. But at any rate, we do know that there's still another piece on Booty Island. It's the one that the shopkeeper has.
Goodness. I think it's fun that you're so used to like fast traveling that you're just zipping between islands.
Map. I don't know a lot about the piece, but there's supposed to be a book in the library that tells all about the whole map.
I'd like to buy this map piece.
That's 6 million pieces of 8. Do you want it?
I can't afford that much.
Too bad.
Okay. Remember, he also says he's interested in interesting things, and he mentions the figurehead.
Please tell me about the ship with the figurehead again.
The ship was a huge galleon named the Mad Monkey. Nobody knows where it sank or why, but the figurehead is supposed to be the most fabulous piece of art ever. That's why I want it. I'm a collector of fine art, as I'm sure you can see.
So he wants the figurehead to the Mad Monkey. Great ship. Okay, and we already looked up in the book in the library. Great shipwrecks of our century.
That doesn't seem to work. Great shipwrecks of our century. It says here the Mad Monkey sank at 36 north, 87 west.
3687, and that, by the way, is randomized. So you can't just give the numbers to somebody else in their game and have that work, because that's unique and randomized to each person's game. In
and
fact,
those
I saw
ones
somebody
you give to the boat captain, right? The
sort of
the one you chartered?
Sort of. You would think 3687.
Where'd you want to go?
That I could just say, all right, well, 36 and 87 is like right here.
We can't go there, man. That's the forbidden Taurus.
He won't do this.
Oh. Oh, you gotta give it to the other one?
He's not the only captain.
3-hour tours. Check it out.
I'm interested in chartering a ship.
Great. As I mentioned, my fee is 6,000 pieces of 8.
Okay, so at least 6,000 isn't 6 million, so we're making progress.
Don't you think 6,000 pieces of 8 is a bit high?
No, I don't.
I don't have that much.
I guess you'd better find some more then, huh? Sunken galleons.
Okay, so we definitely need more money.
See the world.
Turn a disgusting habit into a prestige-winning skill. Don't let this grass wither up and die. What was that? Did I hear somebody swallow? The Phlegm Master ready for his comeback. Spit away!
Okay, so you get all these choices, but...
It looks like he's rallying. That doesn't quite qualify.
But...
I think that deserves a little applause. Too bad there are only prizes for first place. Better luck next time.
So,
now,
it's actually
how about the rest of you?
a bit harder to read in the
Thousands will
old
spit,
graphics, but
hundreds will win.
You definitely see these flags here. These are
Blackbeard
first,
were here,
second,
he'd
and
shoot you all
third
right
place.
now.
And as he pointed out, there are
Don't be
valuable
shy, let
prizes,
it
but
fly.
only for first place.
I know you want to
And
volunteer.
there are a lot
It's
of
on the
puzzles like
tip of
this
your
that have
tongue.
multiple
You
different
think
steps
spitting is
where
gross?
there's
I'll
a
tell
thing you
what's
can do
gross.
that will
Swallowing
make
that
you
stuff
gain
is gross.
progress in this, but it will only give you one.
Prove to me that
So,
you
for instance,
guys are at least
you
as
need to
fun
move
as a
up from
pack
being
of
below
llamas.
third place to being
I
first
hear
place,
there's
and there are
some
different
scouts
things you
here
need to
from
do.
the pro spitting circuit. Ooh. This may be your last chance at
One of them is to
popularity
cheat,
and success.
which is to move the flags. But
volunteers.
to move the flag,
Blackbeard were
the
here. He'd
Spitmaster
shoot
can't
y'all
be
right
here.
now. Come on, don't be shy. Let it fly. Come on. It's all paid for by Booty Island Parks and Rec.
Figure out. There's a lot of places there are like
Cruises.
puzzles where it's like you need to get a
Check it
thing,
out.
and maybe you can buy the thing. Maybe you can pick up the
Sightseeing.
thing, but only if the person is not there. So
Sightseeing.
just like you can get
Cruises.
stuff out of the shopkeeper's safe
Glass
in Monkey
bottom
1
boat.
if you
See
tell
the
the guy to go
world.
talk to the Swordmaster again.
Check it out.
We need a way to get that character out
3-hour
of that location.
tours. Sightseeing.
Gee, I wonder if it's loaded.
Hey, don't touch that. We only set that off when the mailboat comes in.
Now, remember I said he has a lot of stuff you can buy? He's got a lot of stuff. Hubcaps, the Elvis collector's plate, eye patches, skulls. Oh, Indy's whip.
This always made me think that if there was a way to either buy and or trade up to get the next most expensive item, and somehow mathematically you'd end up with 6 million, you know, the same way that people used to joke online
Yeah.
saying, you know, hey, I bought a Porsche with this paperclip, you know, because of all the trades he made in the interim. So has anybody
Yeah.
ever tried? Is that even possible?
As far as I know, it's not. Because basically, like the problem here is that you can always get some, like for instance, you can spend all your money, but there's always a way to get more money. Like for instance,
right.
In order to get into the gambling game on Fat, you only need one piece of 8, and you can turn that into 60. But you can spend all your money. However, you remember we got one piece of 8 for polishing the pirate's peg leg back on Scab Island.
Yeah.
And you can repeat that as many times as you want. You can just go back there. We still have the polish in our inventory. Wood polish.
Which is infinite, supposedly.
Yes.
You know, it'll never
and
wear
he
out.
will give us one. So if you spend all of it, like if you buy all the useless knickknacks and you don't have money left, you can always get him to give you one. And then you can always take that one and go to Fat Island and gamble and get another 60.
Right.
So
well, the other
you
thing
can-
was, has anybody ever hacked the game? Has anybody ever actually hacked the money value and actually tried to buy it for 6 million?
You know, I don't know if that would work. Although I would think if you
I don't
could
know,
just,
but
if
I'd
you
be
could just
curious.
I imagine they might run into an overflow.
Yeah, if you could,
Right.
if you could give yourself the item, then you could skip probably to. I don't think you can skip the map piece because basically that's a straight up trade for the figurehead.
Right.
I don't know that he actually is coded to accept 6 million, or if the amount of gold you can have goes that high. But the 6,000 you could probably get that way. So you might
Right.
be able to.
Well,
you might be able to
seriously,
hire
I'd
Captain
be-
Kate with that.
Yeah, I'd just be curious if there's, you know, the game expects or there is a monetary limit where theoretically you could get 6 million pieces of 8, and therefore he asks for it, you give it, and say, "Here you go."
But anyway, only some of these items are important. So the only ones we're gonna buy are the ones I know are important.
I'd like to buy this well-polished old saw.
Okie dokie. That'll be 25 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
In cannonball, I guess?
Horn just like
Like a
the
cannon?
ones used on modern ships.
I'd like to buy this ship's horn.
Excellent choice. That'll be 40 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll take it.
Let me get you one from Overstock. Here you go.
Thank you.
I don't know if we need the peg leg.
I'd like to buy this peg leg.
So entirely for his consumable?
So I need to keep it as a display model.
Okay. Some things he will stop you from buying, and he will say that. He will say, I can't give you that. Other ones he says, I'll get you one from Overstock, so like the scene doesn't have to change. All the items here stay. He doesn't have to take the item down. There are only a few items that he actually get removed from the scene because it's important that they be removed from the scene. But anyway, so we've got a big loud horn. No. There's another parrot later in the game. This parrot is involved in a puzzle, but it's one we're going to do later. I'm trying not to skip ahead to unrelated puzzles and just do them because I know I can.
Right,
I want to wait until the game gives us some hint.
Yeah,
now, even so, I would say
it's logical in that way.
We need to distract the Spitmaster. There's a guy out here that's waiting for the mailboat. He's gonna fire a cannon off when the mailboat comes. So one thing you could wonder to do is, hey, is there a way of making this guy think that the mailboat's come?
I remember when I played this game, I was so worried about getting caught up by Legrand and the amount of time it took to like zigzag through the Caribbean that I would do all that I could on one island
before leaving
and avoid taking the ship at all costs.
That sounds like the mailboat. I'd better fire the cannon. That ought to do it. Of course, I don't see no mailboat.
Well, where's the mailboat?
Thought I heard it.
I see.
Okay, so now we know the shipmaster leaves that screen and comes over here when Augustus fires the cannon.
Sightseeing.
And Augustus will fire the cannon if he hears us
when you blow the
horn.
Sightseeing.
No volunteers? If Blackbeard were here, he'd shoot you all right now. Okay, now
Decca says,
who's
yeah.
gonna be next?
Mailboat will always make me think of Gloria von Gluten.
Just put your two lips together and blow.
Cheat? With everyone watching?
False alarm.
See,
As
that was,
I was
not.
saying,
He was
what
not off the
was
screen
that?
long enough.
Did I hear somebody swallow? What a waste.
Phrasing.
Value.
Yeah, my guess is you have to get the timing quite right. Yeah, Decca says that's a Psychonauts reference, by the way. Yeah, we've never played Psychonauts, have we?
No.
False alarm. As I was saying, valuable prizes.
Now notice that was one interaction. All I did there was
You
use
wanna
flag.
volunteer? It's on the tip of your tongue.
But then he moved each one of the
Valuable
flags down
prizes.
one position.
Come on, don't be shy. Let it fly. The
favorite thing is the
Flipmaster
scarf,
ready for
right?
his comeback.
That's that's another one. I don't know whether that's like the last one people get. I was just watching someone, and that was the one they didn't get without a hint.
Let's go!
And for the longest time, I thought like what order you did this in, like this would matter. Like if you chose the different verbs, and maybe there was a combination. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Hey, he's been working out. Looks like third place. I think that deserves a little applause. Now, how about the rest of you?
And the person I was watching also had the same thing happen there. Remember, I got third place last time,
Wither up and die.
and I've moved all the flags, but I still
may
only got
be your
third place
last
because
chance
there's
at
something else going on
popularity
in this scene
and
that
success.
affects what place you get.
You think spitting is gross? I'll tell you
The
what's
other
gross.
clue to think about
Swallowing
here
that stuff is
is
gross.
who else have we
Okay,
seen spit
now, who's gonna be next?
in the game? Who spit for quite a long
Last
distance?
bottom boat.
And what was
Cruises.
interesting about that spit? Or for instance,
Last
indeed,
day
actually, if we go
before I
back
leave
to
for
this
Fat
scene.
Island. Glass bottom boat.
Come on, it's all paid
in
for
both the
by
old
Booty
graphics and the
Island
new
Parks and
graphics.
Rec.
Spit is green.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Right, so Largo?
Come on, let's expectorate.
Right. Largo, when he arrived in the bar, when we go to the bar for the
Last
first
day
time,
before I leave for Fat
Largo's
Island.
down there. And he orders a drink, and then he spits in the wall. And there's an animation of it flying towards the wall that goes quite a long way. I think we haven't been back to the bar since we took an advance on wages to be the new cook.
You're supposed to be cooking.
I took my break. It's the law.
Nice try, but not good enough. You're fired.
Oh, great. How about if I just drink here with the wages you paid me because you're not asking for it back?
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Largo Legrand has left Scab Island for good.
Well, I guess all those laxatives I was slipping into his drinks finally got to him.
What?
Don't worry, I don't put him in all the drinks.
So, everybody thinks they did it. All right, so now we can order a drink from him, and it's labeled as just grog.
Grog, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Maybe you'd like a Shirley Temple instead.
I'm old enough. Look at my beard.
Ha! That's the oldest trick in the book. Tell you what, I'll let you have some near grog. Doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it's just as nasty smelling and foul tasting as that stuff grown-ups drink.
Right on.
Oh, wait. What am I saying? I just sold the last of it to Kate. Sorry.
Rats.
Of course, if you have some ID.
Okay. Now, that whole thing might sound like another kind of throwaway gag, right? Haha, near grog. It's just as foul, smelling as the good stuff, but it's not alcoholic. It's actually important. It's actually a puzzle item. And depending on when you do this, right? Because we could have had this conversation a while ago. You can have this conversation right after you do the voodoo doll and get rid of Largo. And he's useful for 2 puzzles, one of which is that information about near grog, but also this one, which is about buying other drinks. And if you don't have the library card yet, he says you need ID, and you'll just have to wait until you have the ID. But we already did that, so we have the ID. But by the way, who are you talking about who had near grog?
Who's this Kate person you mentioned?
Ah, the courageous Captain Kate Capsize. Tough as steel, sharp as nails. She rents her ship out, does some freelance pirating. Her only loyalty is to the highest bidder. Don't get on her bad side.
Grog, please.
I'll need to see some ID for that.
Will you accept a temporary library card?
Let me see it. Is Guybrush a French name?
No, actually, it's a fictional name.
Oh, all right. Can I get you that drink now?
Will you have more near grog later?
Nope. Next shipment is a month from now.
Okay, so near grog, not from him.
Bartender, get me a drink.
Name your poison.
What do you got?
Well, we have some specialty drinks here at the Bloody Lip, like Yellowbeard's Baby, Bloody Stump, and Blue Whale.
Okay, so we know that Largo's spit when he spat on the wall was green. The posters and the flags in the spit contest are green, so we want green. He doesn't sell green, but he does sell yellow and blue.
I'll have Yellowbeard's Baby.
Well, you can try, but I don't think nature's on your side.
Just give me the drink, please.
Hey, I have to crack jokes. It's a union thing. That'll be 1 piece of 8.
Okay.
Here you go. And here's a complimentary Crazy Straw. We give them to all new customers of the Bloody Lip.
Bartender, get me a drink.
Name your poison.
Mix me up a Blue Whale.
Sorry, blender's not big enough. Oh, but seriously, that'll be 1 piece of 8.
Okay.
There she blows.
Okay. As far as I can tell, the red drink is not important. I don't think it has any use.
Nice place you have.
You don't want to get it anyway.
Well, see ya.
Well, I might. Now, what the game will let you do is you can buy as many of these drinks as you want, and you can mix the drinks however you like. So you can mix the wrong ones up. It will let you do it. The yellow and blue do make the green, and now I can talk to him and say, buy the red one.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Bartender, get me a drink.
Okay, but give me back your empties. I'm running out of glasses.
Sure.
Now, Name your poison.
Give me a bloody stump.
I can't. Chainsaw's out of gas.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I cracked myself up. That'll be 1 piece of 8.
Okay.
Here you go.
Nice place you have here. Well, see ya.
So like you can mix the red and yellow and make an orange drink. You can mix all of them, and I think the final resolution is you just get a brown drink, and it doesn't say anything. But the important thing is what the game tells you when you drink the green drink.
Boy, this stuff makes my spit thick.
Well, take it outside then. No spitting in here.
Yeah, except for Largo. So Largo came in and ordered up his usual, which we presume was a mixture of Yellowbeard's Baby and a blue whale. He didn't name it anything, and the bartender didn't say anything, but he gave him a drink, and the drink did this. In fact, you can even still see the spit on the wall in the old graphics. I don't know why the new graphics it's clean, but whatever.
Is that a continuity error or just a quality standards? Oh, Collide is in the chat. Yeah, don't forget about this game's t-shirt. Yeah, do we have a picture of the t-shirt? I can't remember if you had one.
No, I never had a Monkey Island t-shirt.
We have to fire up a browser and see if we can get it. Well, technically it's a Monkey Island 2 t-shirt, right?
Where'd you want to go?
I think the only game t-shirt I have is the Marathon t-shirt.
Sightseeing. Cruises.
Just look at this juicy crowd.
Now,
what was that? Did I hear somebody swallow
on the green drink? Oh,
boy, this stuff makes my
well,
spit
see, the
thick.
funny thing is,
there we go.
there apparently are a lot of ones now. They've got a lovely Stan one. They've got the Enjoy Grog one. Guybrush and LeChuck. They've even got the Parents Bone dance party one.
Prove to me that you guys are at least as fun as a pack of llamas.
The dueling and what looks like the cover art.
Who's gonna be next?
So there are a bunch.
The Phlegm Master ready for his comeback. Spit away.
There's even a LeChuck's Grog one. It's a craft beer.
Do it, man. It looks like he's rallying. Looks like second place. I think that deserves a little applause.
Oh, he says he sent it via the Discord chat.
How about the rest
Do you see
of
it?
you?
I don't know which channel he put it in.
Fly.
Oh, hold on.
Are
Maybe
you
it's on the Let's
pirates
Play.
or not?
No,
What was
I
that?
see a cat photo in
Did
there.
I hear somebody swallow? What a waste.
Okay, so anyway, so we got
Valuable
second
prizes.
place. We've come up from not even third place to
Everybody
second
already
place.
has the necessary
So
equipment.
we advance one place by
don't be
getting the
shy,
drink. We
let
advance
it
another place by
fly.
cheating and moving the flags. But there's
Just
one
put
other
two
thing
lips
going
together
on
and
in this
blow.
scene that is the difference
Even
between
a child can do it.
winning and
In
getting
fact,
only
they
second
do
place.
very well.
If I was mean, I
don't
would
be
say we'll
shy,
just stay
let
here
it
on the scene until
fly.
somebody notices or remembers
Even a child
it.
can do it. In fact,
That would be very
they do
mean.
very well.
Yeah,
But I've
I'm not a
already
fan
pointed
of
it out.
Just look at this juicy crowd.
Yes, Lee already did mention it.
Valuable prizes.
It's in this part of the game
Prove
screen
to me
right
that
here.
you
See
guys
that?
are at least as fun as a pack of llamas. Even a child can do it.
We know it's you.
In fact, they do it very well.
This
Don't let
character's
this grass wither up
belt,
and die.
scarf, whatever this is,
Prove to me that
flutters
you
in a
guys are at least as
breeze.
fun as a pack of llamas.
Hint, hint.
No volunteers.
Yes.
If Blackbeard were here, he'd shoot you all
So-
right now.
Boy,
So you have to
this
time
stuff
it
makes
with the
my
breeze.
spit thick.
Valuable
You're
prizes.
basically treating it like a windsock.
Yep.
The Phlegm Master ready for his comeback. Spit away.
So again, I was convinced that like all of these preparatory sounds here, choosing these menu items made a difference. That you had to do them in order, or maybe you had to. No, it doesn't. You just need to hit the spit button when it flutters.
He's cleared first place. That was truly awe-inspiring. Sports fans, we've seen something incredible here today. Let me congratulate you and give you this fine commemorative plaque. You truly are the master of phlegm. Come on, let's give him a hand. Of course, there are plenty more prizes for the rest of you. So how about it, gang? Valuable prizes. Turn a disgusting habit into a prestige-winning skill.
Was it Jail or Deca that pointed out that they added some detail to the Spitmaster's hat that it's
even a child
it's
can do
full
it.
of spit top of it.
In fact, they do it very well.
Wilfred says it's so simple, so very simple that only a child can do it.
Yep.
See the world. 3-hour tours.
I'm surprised she doesn't say it. 3-hour tours. You know, maybe they were worried about getting sued.
Okay, so now we've got Spit Plaque.
It's a plaque with an odd-looking gob of something on it.
But it is.
Have we already tried using the pickup verb on the tour lady?
Oh yeah, okay, there's a joke there. Hold on. We'll do that. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to be talking to her in a minute anyway, so we'll do that before we solve that puzzle for real.
How much will you give me for this plaque?
I'm not interested.
What do you mean? It's worth a mint.
For a lump of pus on a shingle?
That's not just any lump of pus.
Oh yeah? What's so special about it?
The spit of the person who killed LeChuck is on it.
Really? That would make it very valuable. And I do like bronze anyway. I'll give you 6,000 pieces of 8 for it.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly that. And so now we have 6,331 pieces of 8. We're feeling that flush. We ought to be able to pick up Captain Kate. I mean, hire Captain Kate.
Sunken galleons. Sunken galleons.
Oh wait, we want to try. We want to try the pickup.
You
as
and
a
everybody
verb.
else on this island. If you need a ship, you know where to find me. Glass bottom boat. Sightseeing.
Push, hold,
Glass bottom boat.
pick up.
See the world.
What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
Trying to avoid guys like you. Glass
There.
bottom boat. Sunken galleons.
Now I already have the leaflet, right? I think I do.
Could I have one of those leaflets?
Hey, these things cost money.
Okay, I already have one.
Are you the same Kate who bought all the near grog at the Bloody Lip?
Yeah, and you can't have any of it, so don't ask.
I'm interested in chartering a ship.
Great. As I mentioned, my fee is 6,000 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll pay you the 6,000 pieces of 8.
You've chartered yourself a ship. Are you ready to leave now?
Yeah, I'm hot to find the wreck of the Mad Monkey.
Have you got a course planned or anything?
I can show you where I want to go on this map that Captain Dread gave me.
So now we're using the same map. But for some reason, I guess Captain Kate Capsize doesn't know about the Forbidden Taurus.
Or the terrible
She's
rhombus.
considerably more expensive than Captain Dread.
True. Okay, so 3687.
She might actually know how to operate a ship.
I've seen coffee cups bigger than this ship.
Can we get on with it?
This ship is so small, the rats are leaving it humpbacked.
The guy who writes your lines is as funny as your tailor.
It also looks pretty much exactly the same as Dread's ship, except with different decoration. Anyway.
Yeah, it's got a K on the back.
Yeah, and also like a shield with the logo of, is that England or Wales? I can't remember which one that's the Red Dragon, or that specific.
I think that one's England. Wales is like on the ground, not rampant.
Are you sure you can swim?
Hey, I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
That's right.
Is this another drowning opportunity?
You know, I don't
usually
remember.
falling out of a boat is. I love how you phrased that.
You can, of course, do this anywhere on the map. And of course, when you arrive, there just won't be anything here.
It looks really heavy.
How are you talking?
I'm like carrying this massive thing. Nope, that just goes in the coat
look,
too,
it's
no
sticking out
problem.
the coat. Right. And you're just walking along the bottom, as if you're walking.
Yep.
Looks like Kate's anchor. I got the monkey head! Well, let's head back to Booty Island.
Well, congratulations on your find, Guybrush. Be sure and tell any friends you might have about capsized charters. See you around the turnpike. See the world.
Interesting that she
See
said
the
turnpike there.
world.
And yeah, if you
Sunken
pick a wrong location, she tells you
Sunken
that she has a
galleons.
no treasure policy, so
See
that if
the
you don't
world.
find anything, you can go out with her
Sunken
again
galleons.
without paying the fee. So
Last day
basically,
before I leave
you
for
can visit
Fat
as many
Island.
coordinates on the map as you want
See the
until you
world.
find a thing without
Glass
getting more
bottom
money.
boat.
Okay, this guy wanted.
What a valuable antique.
Well, well, well. I didn't think anyone would ever get the Mad Monkey's figurehead.
Can I get the map piece now?
Sure, it's yours.
Yeah, now I got 2 map sections.
Okay, so I got upper left and bottom right. So if we look at the book again,
Big Whoop, unclaimed bonanza or myth. It says here there were 4 pirates. Rapscallion, the cook, young Lindy, the cabin boy, Mr. Rogers, the first mate, and Captain Marley. They buried their treasure along with plenty of booby traps on a place believed to be called Inky Island. They made a map which they divided into 4 pieces, each man taking one. Rapscallion later opened the Steam and Weenie Hut on Scab Island. It was a huge success, but fell into disrepair after Rap was killed in a flash fire. Young Lindy drifted aimlessly, down on his luck until he mysteriously came into money while panhandling on Booty Island. He used the cash to bankroll an advertising firm which failed after its gross mishandling of the Gangrene and Honey account. Mr. Rogers retired off the coast of Fat Island. He marketed homemade contest grog brewed in a bathtub until his recent disappearance. Captain Marley vanished while sailing in the America's Cup race. His boat was leading at the time.
okay, so Captain Rogers.
Where do you want to go?
Who retired
As
off
in
the coast
Captain
of
Buck
Fat
Rogers?
Island, is another one who has a piece. And then Rapscallion, who we know had the Steam and Weenie Hut on Scab Island and apparently died there in a fire. So
That's always
that's
a fun
the
one.
Next two. Yes.
Dying at a fire is the
Once again.
fun one?
Well, that puzzle is.
LeChuck, sir, I just wanted to report that we have finished building the new torture chamber you requested.
Very good. Do you have anything else to report?
No. Well, there is one other small little thing.
I assume this has to do with Guybrush's capture?
Well, sort of.
You've allowed him to find the second map piece, haven't you? You fool! You ought to ready your ship and sail after him yourself. Find him, or die!
Okay, so Captain Rogers off the coast of Fat Island basically means here. But if you try to walk here...
I can't reach it.
Can't get there. But there is this location here.
Can't get there from here.
Which we've already seen. And...
very picturesque.
And this is something I've seen a bunch of people miss as well. And it doesn't show up as an interactable object, although when you hover over it, it does say path. And I've seen several users figure that this path and that path, they assumed just meant the same thing, that it meant leaving this location and going back to the map. But in this case, it doesn't. There's this location on top of the waterfall.
Yeah, with the pump. We saw this earlier.
Game.
Yep. And that's another fourth wall break because he says, what is this doing in a pirate game? This is the other side of the worst puzzle in the game. This is a puzzle that some people have said killed the entire genre until the current renaissance it's enjoying.
Really? That heavy?
A lot of puzzles in this game will either present you an obstacle and the obstacle will hint at the solution for you, and sometimes just because you get the usual Moon logic that includes pick up everything you can, that you will just pick up all the objects you can, and one of those things you pick up will call out for the problem it wants to solve. This puzzle unfortunately fails on both sides of that. For reasons that will become
Is this like
apparent.
an afterthought, a throwaway thing? It's like, hey, we can't think of anything else, so we'll stick this pump here. I always thought it was the shut-off valve to the waterfall.
It's a pun. Well, it is that. It is that. So, for instance, if you can guess looking at this, and actually, it's easier to see in the new graphics, but it's still
as opposed to the old.
You still can see it there. It looks like one of those old institutional flush valves, right? Like your public school toilet flush valve is what it looks like. And yes, if we're assuming that what we want is that we want to get from this island to that one, this body of water is our barrier. We need to do something with this pump that will allow us to do that. And that is the answer. But what object is the solution to this puzzle is the source of a pun. And unfortunately, that pun only works at all in American English and is, in addition to that, is regional. And unfortunately, it doesn't call itself out well from the other side either, because it's not an object that you would find easy or obvious to want to pick up.
So with the land
I always thought it was obvious that you needed a wrench because it's got that square thing that you've got to spin.
Yes. It is obvious that you need a wrench. There is no wrench in the game.
Right.
There's nothing that's called a wrench.
I'm just trying not to spoil it.
Yeah. Oh no, well, we're gonna spoil it right here because I am just gonna come out and
you're just gonna come and get it. Because schlepping over everywhere to try and find it is unnecessary. We know what it is.
Now, again, one of the things that changed in this location after we left is that instead of the sign that says JoJo appears nightly, now JoJo is here. So JoJo plays the piano, and we can look at JoJo.
He's cute. It's a metronome.
And see that he's using the metronome, I guess, to keep time for his piano playing?
I should have listened to my mother. I should have practiced.
So maybe we decide that, hey,
Hired help only.
If we can pick up lots of things that are too big and put them in our coat, including live animals like a dog, well, maybe we can pick up JoJo too.
I don't want to disturb him.
Except Guybrush says no.
Well, he's too cute to pick up.
Right.
Hey,
I don't know.
hired help only.
I'm not actually trying to go in there. I'm just looking for a place to click. So the solution for this is like, okay, so fine. So the previous game had a puzzle where you needed to take a monkey with you, and the solution to that puzzle was bananas. I don't think it was a great puzzle either because it made you give multiple bananas to the monkey, and it was not clear that you're progressing that puzzle. You just have to give all the bananas you can find to the monkey, and then he follows you. In this case, we only have one. That banana was in the gorilla envelope that we took off the desk when we escaped from jail. So you could say, well, okay, we just give the banana to the monkey, right? I mean, that just makes sense.
You'd think.
And he looks at it.
Don't bug the monkey.
Oh, but that doesn't work. So you'd be forgiven for just assuming, okay, I'm just wrong, right? That the banana doesn't have anything to do with it. The bartender doesn't want me to do that. Maybe I need to distract the bartender. Maybe I need to get rid of the bartender. Maybe get him out of the room. How do I do that? No, it's not. You use the banana on the metronome.
Hey, what'd you do to my piano player?
I'm not sure why you would ever want to do this unless you were just devolving to the moon logic of use everything in your inventory with everything on the screen.
Well, I think the idea is that you distracted the monkey by waving a banana at him, but since you can't do two things at the same time, you need to have something else wave the banana at him.
Yes,
and
I mean, I get it, right? He's hypnotized, right? He's been hypnotized by the rhythmic waving of that. But remember, the obstacle to picking up Jojo wasn't merely that we didn't want to disturb the monkey, but that the bartender didn't want us to do that. So we haven't addressed that at all. But now that we've hypnotized him, we can pick him up.
Go ahead and take my entertainment. Thanks for nothing, buddy.
And he doesn't stop us. He comments, but he doesn't stop us.
Can we get the banana back?
Oh God! And this is worse. And this is worse because in our inventory
shows up
here,
as an icon.
It just shows up as a walking monkey. This gives you no hint whatsoever as to what you're supposed to do now that you have this.
It's cute.
And looking at him also doesn't say anything. The only clue you'll get here is the way this looks in the old graphics.
Yeah.
Right, which
it's cute.
You would have been playing with, originally. So.
Which, again, if you're familiar with the pun that they're shooting for, you could maybe get there this way. But again,
I love how you have yet to use the pun in.
Well, I'm going to wait till we solve the puzzle. I'm going to wait till we solve.
I had a feeling you might be.
To then mention the pun and then talk about why the pun only works in certain regions of American English and not in any other language, nor in English spoken in other countries.
I didn't even know it was regional in the U.S.
Yeah, I don't know for certain that is universal, that is like the most identifiable phrase for that object in American English everywhere.
Hey, as universal as door
anyway,
walls.
So we're going to... Yeah, Wilfon in the chat has already pointed out the pun. So... So in the old graphics, you might be thinking, hey, kind of looks like he's reaching out to grab a thing, like maybe this part of the pump. I still think it fits more in the old animation. The new one, unfortunately, like the more the monkey looks like a monkey, the less it looks plausible as a monkey wrench, which is, of course, the pun. Which in British English is an adjustable spanner. So that phrase doesn't exist at all in other countries like the UK and Australia. It doesn't call itself
I'm
out at all.
Go with something like a crescent wrench or.
Well, I mean, I think the problem here is that the puzzle starts with the pun. It starts with the pun. Let's have a monkey be used as a monkey wrench. How do we do that? Well, I'm pretty sure that like it wasn't that they designed the waterfall as an obstacle and then said what object shall we give the player to solve this. I'm pretty sure it was written backwards from, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we had the player use a monkey as a monkey wrench? How would we do that? And we go from there to wrench to pump to waterfall to this.
I don't know. I'd be curious as to the linear design of it.
Here's another fourth wall break. No, don't get anxiety in advance. Actually, we're not at the end game, but this does look like it. Seems like
it's just such a bad memory.
Yes, exactly. I feel you. Way too much indoor plumbing and electricity for when it is we think it is, which is piratey times. We're now on the island.
We're not in an M. Night Shyamalan film?
Of Fat Island. Yep, see, here we are.
Wilfron says, Foo Fighters to the rescue!
Yes? What do you want?
I'm selling these fine leather jackets.
What do you really want?
I heard about this guy who used to live here.
I knew it. Look, kid, I'm sick of you would-be treasure hunters coming over here. I just inherited this house 2 months ago, and every single day, all I've heard is rap, tap, tap. Do you have a treasure here? Why can't you people just go away and leave a retired pirate in peace?
All I want to do is come in for a minute.
No.
Please?
I said no.
Pretty please?
Leave me alone.
I won't touch anything.
I'm tired of being hassled.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
So, you want a sword fight, do you? Sword fighting's for wimps, weenies, and sissies.
Giving up so easily? Wow, this game's a cinch.
I have a better way to solve a dispute. Real pirates solve their differences with a drinking contest.
Drinking contest?
Come on in. I'll get us set up. This is my special grog. It's just for contests. Twice the alcohol, twice the calories. I hate having to waste it. Here's your drink. From what I'm told, nobody can drink the special contest grog without feeling faint. But I've been practicing. You know, most of the treasure hunters just leave when I ask them to. But you're persistent. It'll get you places in life, boy.
I can't reach it. I can't reach it.
But it won't get you into my house.
I can't reach it.
Are you sure you don't want to back out?
No thanks. I'm a pro.
You drink first. Just what I expected.
Now, can we replay that in the old and the new to do a compare?
Oh, yeah, sure. We can go right back up.
I don't know if that would be possible.
Yeah.
Oh, my head.
Deca says, when in doubt, assume time travel. Really? I would have guessed like dream sequence. Failing that, dimensional. And
Deca's also
near grog.
Dick has also pointed out the answer here is the near grog.
Back again, eh? Let's get this over with. Come on
So
in.
basically, he initiates the contest now every
get us
time you
set up.
walk in. But you have time.
See, I had a feeling
in
it was
advance.
repeatable. I just didn't know
We'll
if
just
you
give
were
up and
stuck
go
beyond the
away.
point of going
In
back.
fact, I'd really like it if you went away. But I guess you want to go through with this. Here's your drink. I found this great drink from a foreign land. It's smooth as a pirate's savvy. But it's weaker than a sponge soaked in water. My buddies and I drank it faster than we could open the bottles.
All gone.
Then the taxes on it were raised. So I switched to drinking rum. Are you sure you don't want to back out?
No thanks. I can hold my own.
You drink first. Oh, you already drank yours. You must be thirsty. Take mine. I'll go get more. On the ship, we had a drink that we couldn't live without.
The first half of the solution
Tastes
is
like
you can
chicken.
dump his grog on the plant,
hurts as it
and that
goes
gets rid of it.
round.
But if he sees you have
I
an
had
empty glass,
cases and
he just
cases
gives
of
you
it,
another one.
All in one day. Then my supply ran out, and my girlfriend went with it. That's
And he just-
why I started drinking
He
rum.
just tells a randomized story when he gets his drink,
Are you sure
most of
you
which
don't
end with
wanna
him.
back out?
And that's why I
No
started
thanks.
drinking
I can
rum.
hold my own.
You drink first.
All right, so if you don't manage to solve the puzzle by the time he comes back and sits down, then you end up having to drink the drink. Oh, I think it only plays... Oh, no, we get the full animation.
He's too young to drink anyway.
Okay, so...
Wow, that was a quick recovery.
Okay, so we need the near grog for this, basically. We have to be able to dump out his grog, but we need to put something else that's like grog into the mug in order to drink it so that the contest can continue. And the last lead we had was that, well, the Bloody Lip had some, but Captain Kate bought it all. And when we asked her about it, she said she would not give us any. So, how do we get something from a character who doesn't want to give it to us?
Where do you want to go?
Pretty sure, even though now we know we want near grog and she's
Sightseeing.
still here.
Cruises. Last day before I leave for Fat Island.
He tells us she's going to Fat Island.
I just remembered I'm late for a party.
You and everybody else on this island. If you need a
Which is
ship,
the
you know
hint.
where to find me. Check it out. Sightseeing.
Where do you want to go?
So, if Captain Kate goes to Fat Island, she's gonna land here. What happened to us when we arrived on Fat Island the first time?
We got arrested.
Yeah. We stood right here, and there was a wanted poster here, and there was a guard, and he immediately threw us in jail.
But jail's not here.
And what happened when they threw us in jail was they took all of our stuff and put it in an envelope on this table. And then we got it back because we escaped.
Did we get our envelope?
So, oh, by the way, so I'll just read the poster here again, see if it's updated.
Oh, for our latest
Wanted, Guybrush
criminal behavior?
Threepwood, for the murder of G.P. LeChuck. Also for the use of witchcraft on the person of Largo Legrand, the thievery of clothing and medically prescribed hair supplements for such witchcraft, grave robbing, trespassing, larceny without a permit, disturbing the peace, illegal gambling on a sporting event, use of falsified identification for the purchase of alcohol, exceeding allowable FDA limit for rodent parts in Vichyssoise, reckless tampering with city-maintained plumbing without prior acquisition of an environmental impact report, transportation of animals not in a mental state to give consent, vandalizing a historical miniature, reckless use of gardening tools, unauthorized exiting from a penal institution, impersonating a federal mail boat, mixing drinks without a liquor license, and releasing a dangerous reptile in a populated area. Also wanted for questioning regarding the disappearance of prescription eyewear.
So we have added a few there. Now remember, when we were just talking to Kate, we could ask her for one of the leaflets. And then it said, well, you know, those are expensive, so we'd only give us one. But we do have this one. What if we put it here?
Nice. You gonna get busted? Makes me wonder if there's an achievement for getting every potential criminal behavior available in the game.
Excuse me. Aren't you Guybrush Threepwood?
No, my name is Kate Capsize. You must have me confused with someone else.
Kate, eh? That's an unusual name. Perhaps you have some identification.
My ID is on my ship. Wait here while I go and get it.
Nice try, Guybrush. I don't know how you got out of the jail, but I'm taking you back in.
Where do you want to go?
I'll figure a way out of here. Who is this Peepwind character anyway? Fools!
Nice. No.
They can't keep me locked up.
I didn't want to open the door yet.
I'll figure a way out of here. Idiots.
I think I can talk to her.
Idiots.
No? Oh, it doesn't let me talk to her.
Fools.
Okay, fine. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Who
the
is
important
this
item
character anyway?
is here. The vanilla envelope.
They can't keep me locked
As opposed
up.
to Manila, because they didn't want to pay legal rights.
Yes, Manila or
I'll
Gorilla.
figure a way out of here.
Guybrush Threepwood, arrested for infractions too numerous to list, claims she was framed.
Who is this Peepwind character anyway? Idiots. Who is this Peepwind character anyway? They can't keep me locked up.
We have the vanilla envelope.
Hey, there's some Neargrog in here.
Which
Who
is a
is
bottle
this
of
Say that.
character
Yeah,
anyway?
that's exactly the purpose of locking people up.
They
just
can't
so you can keep
me
them.
locked up.
Yep. Now, I have the stuff.
Fools.
I don't think we need to let her out.
Idiots.
But we can. Should
Who
we?
is this Peepwind
Question
character
is,
anyway?
do we want to?
It's just like the rat on the first game.
Idiots.
Except,
Fools.
well, I mean,
She doesn't really like us. I don't think she'd be
I'll
appreciative.
figure a way out of here. I'll figure a
No,
way out
she
of
doesn't even remember that what
Who
our
is
name
this
was,
Peepwind
right?
character anyway?
She thinks this has to do with somebody named
Who is this
Peepwind.
Peepwind character anyway? Hey!
Uh-oh. I can explain.
Thanks for letting me out of there. You'll have to excuse me if I don't stick around. I've got to find out who framed me.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, actually, we're still on Fat. We need to go back to Captain Rogers. Yes, he does. Okay, great. So you don't have to go walk through the tunnels or do any of that stuff.
Back again, eh? Let's get this over with. Come on in. I'll get us set up. Excuse the boxes. I haven't had time to put them all away, especially with all the people trying to get into my house. Well, I guess you're serious about this contest. Here's your drink. There's a special drink that I like. It's smooth as a pirate's savvy, but it slides down the throat like fire. Used to drink barrels and barrels of it.
All gone.
Are you sure you don't want to back out?
No, thanks. I can hold my own.
You drink first.
Now it's your turn.
Now we can take all this stuff.
Now the old graphics I think are really creepier because like I always interpreted that being like as blood, like the guy fell back and cracked his head open and is dead.
No, that's his cap.
Yeah, but like it's very subtle here. You can actually see his red nose far more prominent than his hat, but that always looks suspiciously be like a spray of blood. It is just his cap. I don't think we were intended to think that he's dead, but it did make me wonder what was going on here. Like the tree looks so dead. Is it dead because everybody gives it grog, or was it just us? Why would he be making his own contest grog and dumping it in the plant to kill it? Well, anyway.
I think I'll leave it here for Rum Rogers.
Okay. But as you can see, bunch of stuff to look at now.
I can't reach it. Just like the trapdoor I had when I was a kid. I can't reach it. He certainly does like his rum.
No, most of it's just boxes, bottle of rum. But there is the trapdoor and a bunch of bricks.
Whoa! Whoa!
If you push one of the bricks... And the presumption is that that's what happens to you after you pass out. After you pass out, Rogers dumps you on the beach by throwing you into the trapdoor. And we can see, when you go down there, that there's a bunch of other stuff down there.
So how do we get the little angly board to flip you the other way?
Exactly. In fact,
yeah. So you go.
Looks very much like a skeleton holding a map piece there.
What could that possibly indicate?
This puzzle is a Raiders of the Lost Ark reference. And you notice the objects we can interact with out here are the windows.
I don't want to be a peeping Tom.
Boards.
Nice window.
The monkey statue.
Yes, but also the statue. Oh, talk? There's a
I
talk?
figured
Why
it'd
is
be
there
something with the statue.
talk prompt with the statue?
Hello, Mr. Monkey. Sir? Oh, well.
I have no idea why that's there.
It's a grotesque monkey statue.
But you notice he's kind of stretching out his hand as if he's trying to, like, shake somebody's hand or maybe hold the
what
thing.
Could that mean? We should do something.
Okay, so it tried to make a beam shine in through the window. So we open the window. Now it shines here, on this wall, in an object called a mirror frame.
There's a burn mark on the bricks. I don't want an empty frame.
But no mirror in the frame.
Huh.
Where have we seen a mirror?
Oh, I don't know. I think we've seen one before.
Oh, what? Do I have to go down the hatch? Is that the only way out?
Probably.
Oh, no, there you go. There's a clickable path here.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, there's a mirror.
Mr. Polly likes that mirror.
Yeah, he seems to be in love with his reflection.
He likes it where it is.
Okay, so the dealer doesn't want to give us the mirror because the bird likes
of course
it.
not.
So, what do we do?
Pretty bird. Sorry, he's not for sale.
So we can't buy the bird. We can't take the bird.
Hey, don't do that to my parrot.
Well, there's obviously no metronome here.
Don't do that to my parrot.
So the bird likes looking at himself.
Where do you want to go?
Oh wait, do I already have the item? I think I may already have it. Hold on. Gotta check the inventory. Parrot chow. And I think a lot of people figured that, oh, the solution here is to give the parrot chow to the parrot, right? Why wouldn't the parrot want parrot chow? Maybe he'll start eating and stop looking at the mirror.
The bag is empty.
Except there's no food in the bag. It's just the bag.
It has a picture of a parrot on the front.
A bag with a picture
So let's
of a
swap
parrot.
it.
Well, again, you'd think that, right?
I don't want to make that parrot mad.
Doesn't like that. This is also another one that doesn't call its solution out that well. Solution is
Well, can you
two-step
put
and
it on
kind of
the-
weird.
Yeah, can you put it over there and swap the sign? And that way, you know, because you swapped the sign
I'd
before.
like to buy
That's
this sign. Sorry, that sign's not for sale.
Oh.
Well, I guess I could sell it. That'll be 5 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
And that
Yep,
leaves
there's
this
the hook.
tiny little pixel object called a hook right here.
I can't reach it.
So you put the sign, yeah, put the bag over there to replace where the sign was.
I'd like to buy this mirror.
Okie dokie. That'll be 15 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
Where do you want to go?
This took so long when these things had to load off of floppy.
Oh yeah, back in the day. In fact, I would be curious to see if there would be a compare and contrast in the playthroughs just from the load times between the old and the new. If anybody actually did a real-time recording of that.
I don't know. There must be some people.
Hell.
I do know there's some people who, instead of going for emulation, are like, you know, trying to play old Amiga games on old Amigas.
Yes, yes. As the purist, with the drive noises and the load times as is.
If we put the mirror in the mirror frame and repeat this. It shows us where the Well of Souls is. And they even put a little burn mark there, which you can see in the old art style as well, so you don't have to know which brick it is.
Whoa! Whoa!
Pixel hunting. There we go. Now, do we know his
Makes
skeleton?
3 map pieces, only 1 to go.
Yeah,
Do we know whose skeleton that's supposed to be?
I don't know. I see, again, I don't know whether this was supposed to be the pirate who retired out here and the other guy is new, and so maybe
Yeah,
he doesn't
I mean,
know
does
it's down there?
Does it clarify? Are you just supposed to remember based on his listings of which, map pieces were with which character?
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, I'm guessing that like.
But again, that
he's
you could get him in different orders. So
yeah, so he's supposed to have been the guy who retired out here. But then who's the guy above? Did he kill him? And why is this all set up here? Was this set up by the current occupant or by this dead pirate? I don't know which.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Looks like he died while taking a bath.
Does it?
Worst ways to go.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it.
Well, anyway, so we have the map. And that is 3 pieces so far.
3 down, 1 to go.
Oh, Ternarian's in the chat. Says, last week I watched Leo Litz break the speedrun world record for Monkey Island 1 on Twitch. If he'd had to wait for disc swaps, it would have asked so much time. Yeah, I do know that there are different categories for that. I think there's some where time is stopped for loading to account for the differences in performance between different platforms, like different people's computers or whatnot.
Right.
And there are others that are just running time where they don't do that.
Well, I'd be curious that, because in a modern game title, you don't have to wait for the floppy disk load times like we used to have with the Amiga. So, yeah, I'd be terribly curious as to the compare and contrast of the two.
Yep. Okay, and we're going to get a cutscene here, I think, when we get on the ship, because we got another map piece.
Where do you want to go?
Let's see. Okay, so as far as we know, the last piece should be on Scab, because it's on Rapscallion, and he ran the Steaming Weenie Hut there.
Deep within LeChuck's fortress, blah, 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 blah.
Love how they use the same actor as Stan for the voiceover.
Yeah. You called for me?
Is it true that Guybrush Threepwood has found the 3rd piece of the map to Big Whoop?
Yes, sir. I was about...
Why did you not come and tell me yourself?
Well, I was trying to confirm that he really...
Largo, you have been my trusted henchman for many years, but I won't hesitate to drag your entrails from behind my ship if you do not bring me Guybrush before he finds that treasure!
Ternarian said, man, I'd hate to be the guy who had to keep track of the time in between loading. Oh yeah, can you imagine?
Hey, we haven't talked to our friends in quite a while.
We haven't talked to anybody, in quite a while as far as the ambiance goes.
He's back.
Well, you guys can stop worrying about Largo. He's history.
Oh, really? He must have finally got that nasty letter I wrote.
You sure can write a mean letter, Fink.
Oh, got something.
Any marshmallows left?
Marshmallows? We don't have any marshmallows.
What's that white puffy thing on the end of your stick?
It's the stuffing for under my eye patch.
We're just sterilizing it.
We're pirates, Guybrush, not Girl Scouts.
You guys know any piratey songs?
Sure, Fink here knows a million. Go ahead, Fink. Sing that one about Scab Island.
Oh, all right. Well, I'd rather be a pirate on Scab than a scab on a pirate. And if you'll listen to me gab, I'll tell you why I admire it. Oh, the people aren't too friendly, the weather's not the best. The lodging's too expensive, and Largo's quite a pest. But the thing I like about Scab is what it hasn't got. No mayor or police force, and no jail in which to ride.
That was beautiful.
Well, I'll see you salty dogs later.
That reminds me, do we have any weenies left?
Okay.
Oh, that's a thing, isn't it?
Rapscallion ran the Steamin' Weenie Hut.
Steamin' Weenies, 20 feet.
And died in a fire.
This door appears to be locked.
Can't get in because it's locked. We also know that Rap's dead. So if Rap's dead, where would he be?
The Ricketts, no trespassing. Stan's Cozy Crypts, a place to spend eternity, not a fortune.
Stan.
The Quagmires, no trespassing. The Grouts, no trespassing.
Okay, so the only lead we have here is Stan's name comes up on one of them.
Warning, quarantine tomb. Inhabitants died of green tongue fever.
Let's go talk to Stan.
Oh boy. These are two of my favorite conversations from this game.
Where do you want to go?
By the way, does Kate come back? Yeah, see, Kate just
Sunken
ends up back here.
Check it out.
I just remembered I'm late for a party.
You and everybody else on this island. If you need a ship, you know where to find me. See the
Doesn't seem to be any worse for wear.
Cruises.
Well, well, well. I knew you'd come back. My customers always do. Eventually.
I'm looking for a good used coffin.
Amazing! When you first walked in here, I said, now there's a guy who needs a good used coffin. There happens to be an excellent deal right behind you. Let's go take a look-see. Now this here is the Cadillac of coffins. Look at all that legroom. There's room in there for Long John Silver himself. Here, let me get in and show you. Yes, a man can really rest in peace and comfort with one of these. Why should a man's coffin be any smaller than his bunk at sea? Can I show you anything else?
How much is that coffin?
Well, it's complicated. Pricing here at Stan's works on a sliding scale, based on one's ability to pay, so as to make a decent funeral affordable to even our poorest customers.
That's very considerate of you.
So, how much dough do you have on you?
I don't have much.
I see. I think cremation might be more appropriate in this instance.
Do you do funerals?
Of course we do funerals! And not just those somber, all-black, three-handkerchief affairs. We do it in a rowdy Mardi Gras style with music and dancing and pallbearer races. I'd like to say we put the fun in funerals.
I'm not actually in the market for a coffin yet.
It's never too early to make funeral arrangements. Making plot reservations now ensures you a space at our popular Scab Island Internment Park, as well as entitling you to discounts on park rentals.
Rentals?
You know, for barbecues, parties, that sort of thing.
I need to get something embalmed.
Well, you came to the right place. Your loved ones deserve Stan's special preserve. You won't smell a whiff when we're done with your stuff.
I never knew morticians were so clever. Actually, I'd just like to browse.
Sorry. Health regulations prohibit me from allowing uncertified persons free access to used interment paraphernalia.
Oh, shucks.
Okay, so there's the last clue in this area, which is whatever else we want to interact with here, he's not going to let us. So this is another character that needs to be, well, distracted or disabled in some way because we can't.
See you later.
Maybe
we can't just be in the store and explore while he's up and walking about.
Check it out. Sunken
But-
galleons.
He will get in this coffin as many times as we ask, kind of like with the shopkeeper and the swordmaster.
I was just going to suggest that myself. Now, this isn't just your average 60-gallon coffin. This has the full 75 gallons you need to avoid unsightly bone readjustments.
Could you get in and show me how big it is again?
No problemo. I could spend a lot of time in a coffin like this. Look at how freely I can wiggle my toes.
And you can close it while he's in there.
Sure, try out the lid operation. It's just as roomy closed. Can I show you anything else?
But he gets out.
Could you show me that coffin again?
No problemo. This thing's bigger than my kitchen. You know, a person's coffin should reflect their station.
Put something heavy on it.
Can I show you anything else?
No, I think you need to put the final nail in his coffin.
Yeah, that's the solution. Is we have to nail it shut while he's in it.
I gotta go. See you later.
Maybe sooner than you think.
So, in order to get that key from behind his desk, we need to do a terrible thing. And in order to do that terrible thing, we need to do a different terrible thing.
Wait a minute. More terrible than the terrible things we've been doing all along? Quite terrible?
Yeah, actually, pretty terrible.
Yeah, I think it was one of the more terrible things.
Yeah, Decca says, we're burying a living man. He's going to be traumatized for the rest of his salesman's life.
Yes.
Well, I can't say he hasn't really not deserved it.
For instance, if we needed a hammer and nails, well, we know where they are. They're right here.
Yeah, we know who to go to.
Hey, don't touch that. It's not a toy.
Well, you say that, but I'm going to play with it anyway.
Yeah?
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
Yeah, but he won't sell them to us. So we need to figure out, okay, just like we need to get Stan out of commission so we can freely explore his office, we need the woodsmith to leave here so that we can take the hammer and nails.
Quick, sick the monkey on him.
Now remember, this was used in a puzzle earlier because the pirate sent us here to get wood polish for his peg leg. And in the shop on Booty, I bought a saw.
Hello.
No, I didn't. Sorry. I'll talk to you later, Wally.
So, are we going to saw his wooden leg off so he has to get it repaired?
Yes.
Had a feeling.
And notice, just like for polishing, I mean, it's an interactable object, so it is kind of telling you.
Aye! My leg! Help! Someone get a doctor!
He actually pronounced IE. Huh?
Yeah, I think that was kind of supposed to be a joke that they took that and then pronounced it. Now we don't. I don't know why they didn't make an animation, but we don't see the woodsmith go over there. But once we come here, he's gone. In fact, he's put up a sign.
It says.
Hey, at least we didn't have to get a Cornex battery for it too.
I didn't need the Cornex battery. I just needed these things.
I just need these two things.
I like how historically accurate that Woodsmith is also a doctor in the pirate game.
Well, they have a lot of similar things, you know, similar tools, similar actions.
Sawing off things is sawing off things, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Peg legs or regular legs.
Sewing, nailing, it's pretty much the same thing.
Where do you want to go?
Away from here.
Cruises. Sunken galleons.
Hey, welcome back.
Could you show me that coffin again?
Heck, why not? I have to warn you, I've got 5 other dead guys coming back to look at this today.
Could you get in and show me how big it is again?
Hey, anything you say. If you're thinking about one of those cheaper models, first ask yourself, isn't my loved one worth the best? This is truly the casket of captains. I hear you knocking up there. That's solid oak you're hearing. Yes, it sure is nice in here. Hey, I think the lid's stuck. Excuse me, friend. Could you see if the clasp is closed on this thing? I seem to be stuck. Hello? Is anybody out there? Yoo-hoo! Help! I can't get out of here! Okay, a joke's a joke. Now get me out of here! Open this coffin right now! Anybody? I really am claustrophobic. Someone's going to pay for this. I'd bust out of here, but the dang thing's built too well. Well, if I had to be stuck in a coffin, at least it's the deluxe model. Really is pretty roomy in here. Maybe I'll take a nap. I hope this thing's not airtight. I'm not dead! I'm losing valuable business. Let me out! I need to go to the bathroom! Open this coffin right now! I hope this thing's not...
Okay, so he's looping now.
Really is pretty roomy in here.
Nice.
Anybody? Be there in a minute. Someone's going to pay for this. I can't get out of here.
Yes,
It's locked.
thank you. Thank you for making sure the bell worked.
Someone's going to pay for this.
It's locked.
I'd bust out
So-
of here, but the dang
We can't get into the cash register and ringing the bell. He can't answer it. Lucas
What, grab the key. There's a key behind
but
you.
yes, exactly. We're gonna grab the key.
I hope this thing's not airtight.
Stand
we don't
cozy
see it.
crypt.
It's kind of
A place to
glowing.
spend eternity, not a fortune.
I'm losing valuable business. Someone's going to pay for this. Open this
Now
coffin
you'd think
right
again.
now.
Well, okay. Once we got the key, just like we had Kate Capsize arrested, and once we had the near grog, we just used the key and opened up the cell and let her go, and she didn't blame us, and that's fine. So let's just use the hammer and pull the nails out.
I'd bust out of here, but the dang thing's
Can we just leave just one?
Oh, I never tried that.
It's already nailed shut.
Just left it in there.
I'd bust out of here.
Oh, that's
It doesn't
mean.
work. It doesn't work. You can't do it.
Maybe I'll take a nap. Well.
Oh well. Sorry, gotta go.
At least it's the deluxe model.
Deca says, yeah, we don't have a hammer.
Hello.
Well, we do.
Sunken galleons.
Yes,
3-hour
Ternary, we
tours.
did do the
Last
the
spot of
pickup. We can
boat.
do it again. It's fine.
3-hour tours.
What, the attempting to pick up Kate?
See
Yeah,
the
I don't think it's gonna
world.
work.
Come here often?
Once too often, obviously.
I don't know how
3-hour
many different
tours.
lines there are.
See the world.
Oh, I'm sure she has an answer for every single
Check
one.
it out.
I can hold
Deca
my
says
breath for
Guybrush
10
earns
minutes.
his ends.
You'll have to wait longer
Really?
than that to pick me up.
I love how he
Sightseeing.
uses the "I can hold my
Cruises.
breath for 10 minutes" as a
Check it
pickup
out.
line.
Yeah, I know.
Where do you want to go?
Yeah, I guess Deca says, I guess it's not a claw hammer. So
Nope.
Quick, before
Batman comes home.
It's inscribed with a quote. Happiness is a warm manatee. Kiss me, I've got
As
scurvy.
opposed to a cold one?
Darg! Violets are blue, roses are red. We're coming aboard. Prepare to eat lead. Mouthwash? We don't need no stinking mouthwash. I'm not opening up one of these without good reason.
Okay, so here's the deal here. None of these have a name on it.
My God.
Old Bill the Acrobat. He lies in here dead. He died like we buried him, propped up on his head.
And Guybrush won't open up any of them without, quote-unquote, good reason. Oh, feet.
Talk about your slipshod internments. No way! That might bring them all down.
So the problem is, we only have quotes. We don't have names. We need to turn quotes into names.
Where'd you want to go?
Quotations. See famous pirate quotations.
I've had it with this card catalog.
Arlington. Entomology. Etymology. Why isn't famous pirate quotations in here?
Do we have to ask about it?
I've had it with this card catalog.
Yeah, maybe since we've seen that, maybe that's the reference to the book. We just. Okay, yeah, here it is. I have to tell him to remember famous quote.
I'm surprised you didn't find and download the entire index catalog to
pardon me, miss.
easily reference and look up needed things.
What do you want this time?
I'm looking for a book.
What book are you looking for?
I don't know. What have you got?
Wait,
you expect me to name every book in
thought
the
I told him to remember
library?
that.
Use the card catalog like a normal person.
I did.
Does the card not appear in the catalog until you know what you're looking for?
It's not on the list. Tick, tack, toe.
Famous pirate quotations. I'll have to remember that. I've had it with this card
Number
catalog.
of players, 0. Yeah, Ternarian says, when this game was released, card catalogs were still a thing. You know, these days, having the this functionality in the game seems like punishment.
Ternarian,
Well,
I
you know.
worked in libraries when they still had card catalogs. So.
Yes, he is that old.
I know. I miss them. They were.
Really?
Pardon me, miss.
I had a hard time with the Dewey Decimal System, personally. In fact, I remember, I don't know if Narc does.
What book are you looking for?
I actually remember the first time we actually got computers at the library. And in fact, we had the monochromatic green touchscreens,
Yes.
thinking it was the most advanced thing in the world where you could poke it and actually react to you.
But also we have to make it clear. This is not a touchscreen like any touchscreen that you would use today. Not
like
a
a
normal
CRT
capacitive touchscreen. It literally had an overlay over it with cells. Basically, it was like a column and row driven display, and they had created touch capacitive cells layered on the top of the screen that you could see and touch. And basically, the computer kept track of what row certain information was in, so that when you touched a certain row, it was like making an interactive Excel worksheet. You know, they had like maybe 20 rows top to bottom, and when you touched the cell, it moved forward to the entry that was listed on that line. And then they actually had it available that, like, if you knew how to dial into a BBS, you could actually dial into and search the card catalog from home on your computer
That way.
through a dial-up connection. We did that. That
Yeah.
was cool.
How's that for advanced tech?
That's fancy.
Yep. And the Andover Library at the time, when they computerized their card catalog, they hosted the card catalogs for all the regional libraries. So, like, basically all the libraries in the Merrimack Valley were dialing into theirs.
Oh yeah, they were so far ahead of the curve as far as tech.
Could you find famous pirate quotations?
Can't remember anything like that.
Yeah, I'm looking online to see if I can find some
checked out by
photos.
Governor Fat. Anything else?
They won't be needing any more books just now.
Remember, books are the treasure of the mind.
So the governor has the book we want. And before we go
I guess
and
I was
try
too
and
far out in the Massachusetts boonies for that.
Can't reach it.
I'm just going to grab Zelda Carbuncle Tells All.
Zelda Carbuncle Tells All. I'll have to remember that. I've had it with this card catalog.
Because the next puzzle is also an Indiana Jones reference.
Pardon me, miss.
What do you want this time?
I'm looking for a book.
What book are you looking for?
Do you have Zelda Carbuncle Tells All?
Okay, here you go. Anything else?
They won't be needing any more books just now.
Remember, silence is golden.
I don't think we've been back to the mansion since we were arrested. We haven't really had a reason to.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in jail?
Notice the Manny Calavera picture up there, and I think that's... See, it's not really a reference in the old one, I don't think. I think they made it one in the new graphics.
You must be confusing me with my cousin, Guybrush.
Oh, I see. The resemblance is uncanny.
I think there's a fire in the kitchen.
Really? I'd better check it out.
Okay, so up here, wash basins, bed tables, the governor, but also famous pirate quotations. And I think if you just try to take it...
More sauce on the goose, please.
I think I almost woke him up.
Okay, so he's just afraid to take it because you don't want to wake the governor. So again, this is more a reference than anything else, and I think if you weren't thinking about this reference, then the only way you'd find this at random was just, again, to click on everything on every other thing. The solution here is to substitute the book for another book so that he won't wake up. And that's why you don't want this to be, for instance, another book that you might want to look at. For instance, The Big Whoop, that you might want to read again to get the clues back about who the pirates' names are. I saw a streamer the other day playing this for the first time use this book to solve this puzzle and then needed to get this book back, so had to go to the library to get a third book to substitute for this book. It's like these are the books that you need for puzzles, like the shipwreck book that you need for the coordinates, or this that you need for the names of the pirates. That's why I picked Zelda Carbuncle Tells All, because I'm pretty sure we don't need that for anything. And I'm gonna
better hope so.
With the quotations.
We'll be right back here if we do.
So, just like Indy using the bag of sand for the idol in the opening sequence in Raiders, he pulls some pages out of the book to make sure it weighs the same as this one, and now we have the book we need. Oh yeah, okay. Terranarian saying Grim Fandango had not yet been released in the original version. And there's another reference later to another LucasArts game, one that I was barely aware of, but it's in the final act, so we won't be getting there today. May be able to get the last map piece though.
Where do you want to go?
Finished for today. Oh wait, I came to the wrong island. Silly, I wanted to go to Scout.
Where do you want to go?
Okay, so now...
Famous pirate quotations. Happiness is a warm manatee. Rapscallion. Kiss me, I've got scurvy. Commander Buttonhead. Darg! Fester Leech. Violets are blue, roses are red. We're coming aboard. Prepare to eat lead. Old Skunk Eye. Mouthwash. We don't need no stinking mouthwash. Barney Gout.
Now we know who those are, and we know that happiness is a warm manatee is the one we want.
Kiss me, I've got scurvy. Happiness is a warm manatee.
It's this one.
Ooh, looks like human ashes.
So they cremate him and then put him in a coffin?
Anyway.
Well, he died in a flash fire.
Ah, well, that's true. Maybe they didn't have to do a special separate cremation.
No, but they could have burned him down and bagged his ashes. Saved the wood.
Well, he paid for the coffin. I guess Stan was good on his word.
Silty.
So, doesn't look like we're getting anything more out of the ashes.
Well, we're not.
Ooh, looks like human ashes.
Yeah, so...
But we know someone does.
Who could help us with such an issue? And this is another place where people can get stuck very easily. If you aren't willing to play the Pixel Hunt game.
Yeah, but now that it's got the highlight feature that eliminates a lot of that, doesn't it?
Actually, in the case of this particular puzzle, it doesn't. I'll show you why when we get there in a second. Yeah.
Is the highlight so small?
No, it's just buried amongst a large number of items that in an area that appear to all just be for funny haha jokes.
But I always thought that was so clever.
Oh yeah, it's really neat. So remember, I think we were last year where we got the voodoo doll, and of course this is where the string was, and we figure, okay, surely we can talk to the voodoo lady about this problem we have.
I want a house like that.
About the voodoo
About that voodoo doll?
Yes, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I still have the touch.
I'd like to have my fortune read.
I see a hard road for you, Guybrush. Things didn't get easy for you when you defeated LeChuck, did they? People only wanted more. You had to keep proving yourself over and over. The pressure kept mounting until you lost it all. Your fame, your fortune, the one you love.
Okay, that's enough.
It's fortune is about game development, isn't it? Okay, so unfortunately, I think a lot of people would be expecting there to be some prompt where you could ask the voodoo lady about this problem, about the ashes, about the guy who died in the fire, about what we're looking for. There isn't any, though.
That's enough voodoo for me. Bye.
And when you stop talking to her, you get kicked out of this screen and back to this one. And this one's got a bunch of stuff in it, all right? A bunch of books, a bunch of bottles.
They're unlabeled.
Labels.
They're unlabeled.
These are labeled.
Ode to Mojo, the mystical aroma of voodoo captured in a delightful potpourri. Skink Toes. Tender Touch Pirate Powder prevents stump chafing and eye patch rash. Golden Tongue, the 5-day treatment plan that helps you talk to women. Spider Lungs. Fruit Cocktail in heavy syrup. Spider Lungs.
Spiders don't have lungs.
Bat Wax. Wart Remover. Cat Dewormer.
I thought they did have some kind of like book lungs or something.
The uncremating cream.
And this is the one. And you don't look at you don't get the names until you look at it. Basically, it's all just jars. When you look at the jar once, it tells you the name, and then from there on, it's identified by its name. Ash to Life.
Hey, that's just a display model.
It's just the same thing the shopkeeper says.
I've got the real stuff back here. That's one of my most powerful potions. Brings the dead back to life.
I could do lots of cool stuff with that.
There are some complications. It only works on ashes, and the resurrection is only temporary. Plus, you need to bring me a sample of the subject's ashes before I can mix you up a batch.
I have the ashes of somebody I'd like resurrected right here.
Bring them to me. Now, there's only one small problem. I forgot the recipe.
What?
It's been a long time. I don't have that cookbook anymore.
What a drag.
Back to the library again.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, actually, spiders have what they're called, book lungs, and
yeah, that's what I said.
But they're not the same as human lungs. So.
Well, that makes sense, though. Arthropods don't even have like blood in the same way that we have.
Right. So the thing that got me was him saying spider lungs. So I'm like, okay, is that spiders in your lungs, or you actually want the lungs of spiders, or the context isn't exactly clear as far as what spider lungs means as he reads that.
Voodoo. See recipes. Voodoo.
I think I'll try a different drawer.
Hey, look up spider lungs. See what it says.
Recipes. Voodoo. The Joy of Hex. 100 essential voodoo recipes.
The Joy of Hex. I'll have to remember that. I've had it with this card catalog. Pardon me, miss.
What do you want this time?
I'm looking for a book.
What book are you looking for?
Could you find The Joy of Hex?
Okay, here you go. That's your limit. You'll have to give some books back before you can check out any more.
I don't think we need any more, but
Famous
I also
pirate
don't
quotations.
think we need
Happiness is a warm manatee.
famous pirate
Rapscallion
quotations anymore.
Kiss me, I've got scurvy. Commander Buttonhead. Darg! Fester Leech. Violets are blue, roses are red. We're coming aboard. Prepare to eat lead. Old Skunk Eye. Mouthwash.
stop this.
We don't need no stinking mouthwash. Barney Gout.
Okay, so did you get all that? Because each one of them is going to be a different thing, and which one are we looking for?
We already got that one.
Thank you.
I don't think we actually need any more books, but we're done with the quotation one because we know which grave was.
Oh, did you get it?
Yes.
Oh, we should check the
Wasn't sure if you
poster.
wrote it down.
Oh yeah,
you
actually,
want to
since
go?
we're here.
Oh, we're not.
I went to go get the poster.
Wanted, Guybrush Threepwood, for the murder of G.P. LeChuck. Also for the use of witchcraft on the person of Largo Legrand, the thievery of clothing and medically prescribed hair supplements for such witchcraft, grave robbing, trespassing, larceny without a permit, disturbing the peace, illegal gambling on a sporting event, use of falsified identification for the purchase of alcohol, exceeding allowable FDA limit for rodent parts in Vichyssoise, premature entombment of a non-dead individual, reckless tampering with city-maintained plumbing without prior acquisition of an environmental impact report, transportation of animals not in a mental state to give consent, vandalizing a historical miniature, reckless use of gardening tools, impersonating a woman in order to evade prosecution, 2 counts of unauthorized exiting from a penal institution, impersonating a federal mail boat, possession of library books not specifically checked out to oneself, mixing drinks without a liquor license, and releasing a dangerous reptile in a populated area. Also wanted for questioning regarding the disappearance of prescription eyewear.
Okay, so my question is, do we go back to the to Stan? Is he gonna recognize us?
No,
Is the one who nailed
Stan's
him in the
done.
coffin?
Stan is done for the game. We can't get him out. He's just stuck in there. That's it. That's it.
Right, but I mean, it's on the poster that you did that, so presumably the only way anyone would know that we did that is if they actually went and found Stan. So my
yeah,
question is, if we go back to
you'd
Stan,
think
is he still
so.
going to be there?
I think he is still talking in there. Yeah.
I guess they found him, but nobody cared.
Well, that's just it. So how could they have put it on a list of charges if they didn't bother to get him out? And how do they know we did it? A lot of plot holes. Deca says, nobody lets nobody out of the coffin.
Back again, Mr. Threepwood?
I got a book of voodoo recipes for you.
Good. How many crab scalps does it say to use?
13.
Good. That's just what I thought when I whipped up this experimental batch.
Thanks.
Remember, just a dabble do ya.
We now have Ash to life.
That was a close one. If I didn't have my flame-resistant apron on, I would have been killed.
You were killed, Rap.
What?
You're 2 weeks past the expiration date.
I'm dead?
Stiff as a frozen footlong.
I'm not ready to die. I feel my soul is not at peace. There is something I must do before I pass on.
Perfect Plumpswin cooked wiener technology?
No. I just have this nagging feeling that I left the gas on in my restaurant. It's driving me crazy.
Did I mention I'm looking for Big Whoop?
Big Whoop? I'll take that secret with me to my grave.
Well, you did.
Oh, you have it with you? Great.
You can have my part of the map to Big Whoop, but only if you do me a favor first. Could you check the gas on my weenie hut for me?
Sure, I'll check it.
Thanks. Here's the key.
Smart game fans are wondering, where did that key come from?
Well, you know, it's funny. Speaking of footlongs, did you hear about that poor Australian woman and her footlong incident?
What footlong incident?
Well, apparently coming back from a flight from Singapore, she bought herself a footlong because she was starving. Well, she ate half of it and put the rest of it in her belongings. When she went back to Australia, she apparently failed to mention that when she declared what her property was. They charged her $2,800 Australian as a fine.
This door appears to be locked. This door appears to be locked.
Remember, kids, don't forget to declare your footlong sandwiches.
Hey, look, the gas is on.
Still burning? I don't remember it burning.
I can't believe in 2 weeks nobody shut it off.
Can you check the old graphics? Oh,
Think of how much this bill must be.
They're empty.
And who are they going to charge?
I can still smell the pickles. It's stuck shut with old grease and pork fat. Ugh. It's empty, except for the baked on weenie juice.
I keep thinking I can walk right to the map off the screen, but you can't.
No.
Oh, I guess I have to use it again. That's very temporary.
Well?
You were right. The gas was on. I turned it off.
Thanks. I guess where I'm going, I won't need this map anyway.
Thanks.
Now I can rest in the folds of the earth, like a steaming weenie in a soft, fresh bun. Ah.
No.
I'll have to see, because I know there are several things basically that end up here, like the kind of like the Mass Effect 2 Suicide mission, where there's a point of no return. Let me get on the ship and see if there's another animation. There's another little cutscene, because we now have the fourth map piece.
Where do you want to go?
Let's try if there is. Yes.
Yep.
LeChuck, sir, I got good news, and I got bad news. The bad news is that Guybrush has found the last piece of the map. Nah, the good news is that I got a plan that can't fail. You see, he must take the map to a cartographer to have it deciphered. I'll head him off before he gets there.
If your plan fails...
It will not, your voodoo lordship.
Oh, thanks. So now we know what to do. Assuming we didn't know to take the map to Wally, Largo would have just told us. Okay, so I think we're gonna leave that there because that's a good place to break it up.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
So we've got all 4 map pieces. The only thing I wish here is that I wish you could arrange the inventory
Doesn't seem to work.
so that the map pieces
your
could be next to
OCD's
each
kicking
other.
in. It's like, oh, I want these here.
Yeah,
I want those there.
A little bit.
I want this other.
Little bit, but you can't organize the inventory at all, unfortunately.
To be honest, I felt that same way about Destiny or any other game that has a large inventory to manage. Sometimes you just want things mentally grouped where you want, so the OCD kicks in, and yeah, it gets a little frustrating when you can't move stuff. But other than that, now you have been doing a lot of the modern interface with this one and less of the old school. Do you find it easier after a little practice, or is it just that for whatever reason the second game is easier with the modern interface than the first?
If you get used to it, I would say basically that they're equally easy to use if you know exactly what you want to do and you're dealing with an item that is either at the top of the list or the bottom of the list, and it puts new things you've picked up on the bottom of the list.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were trying to guess, if you're stumped and you don't know what item you need, then browsing through the things you have to interact with each other, I think, is easier to do this way, where you can click I want use instead of doing it from a radial menu and then clicking the item and then scrolling to the next item and clicking on that. But if you already know which one you want, then it's okay to use this other one.
Ternarian says, yeah, I noticed a few times that he'd switched to the original interface, sometimes to do certain actions later, like turn in the library books.
Yes.
So was that instinctive or was that just easier?
Yeah, because I didn't know where in the list the book was. It's easier to scroll through this than it is because in order to scroll this list, you have to pull the trigger and hold it. And then to scroll up to this list, you're using the D-pad. So now basically you're doing 2 things on the controller on the left-hand side. I'm holding the trigger and using the D-pad at the same time. It doesn't feel good to do. It kind of gives you claw hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're trying to select an item from this is using the right stick. And honestly, I just find it easier to use the mouse. But so now I'm using the controller with my left hand and the mouse with my right. So I'm thinking at that point, at that point I start going, no, back out to this, just use the mouse and scroll through the list with the arrows, old style, and pick the verb, item, verb, item, and item, whatever you need.
Right. Now, Leah, for this so far, do you feel like you're more longing for the old school one like you did the first game, or is the new stuff growing on you?
The graphics in this one are better than the previous one. I still, prefer the older characters, but I think they did a better job at least the backgrounds. And in some cases, even the characters aren't too bad.
Right. Well, I'm loving the voice acting. I mean, it just adds a whole dimension to the game that I always wanted to have. So it's definitely more enjoyable for me just because of that. And as far as the old and the new graphics, I like them both. Just from a modern standpoint, though, I probably might gravitate a little bit more towards the modern, simply because I didn't have the same nostalgia that everyone else had for it, because I always watched Narcogen play. I never played myself. So, and the one that we usually played was this.
The other thing is that this one lacks those full screen, nice detailed portraits of the characters. And I think that that was a really nice feature. I felt in Monkey Island 1 that they kind of screwed up in the new graphics, and this one doesn't have that and doesn't have it to screw up. So
right. So we haven't triggered you that yet as far as that goes, because that was the number one problem you had with the other one. the graphics.
Yeah.
As far as the faces
and
go.
For me, I think the only still difference is really just in the head and face, because it's just kind of hard to make a thin face with this number of pixels at your disposal.
Right.
And so the character
there's only so
design
many
is
pixels
is the coat, the buckle, the boots, to some extent the ponytail, and they've got a lot more detail here, but they've kept those points, and all that's different is that the face here is narrow and angular in a way that the other one can't be, because it's just,
Right.
you know, I mean, how many pixels
It
across
looks
is this?
nothing
8?
like the original art for him.
Now, what I don't know is like, what does the concept art for the characters look like? And I think there is some in the.
And to do a comparison. Now, Ternarian says, yeah, in the graphics, in the remaster are better, but the rapscallion animations are smoother in the original. So there also is a discrepancy on that angle, where the motions of the characters and how they behave is not a 1-to-1 ratio either, based between the old graphics and the new. So
I think another part of it is like just I have the box art from the first game etched into my memory. And that you have this nice detailed
actually, that's a good point.
Guybrush.
I should grab that. Hold on one second.
Do a compare and contrast. I was wondering if you were going to fire up the t-shirts, because there were a lot more t-shirts for Monkey Island than I thought, would be a thing. I do remember the skeleton one. I remember that one as being an interesting choice. But yeah, there were a lot more than I originally thought. Mark's going to fire up the box art. Assuming Google Images will play nice.
That's 2. But Monkey Island 1 is the one that features Guybrush on the front.
Oh, well, this has Guybrush as well. Here, hold on, let me scroll to it.
Yeah, it does? Scroll down.
Yeah, he's in the background
there. Yeah,
so this is the box that I would have had. So this is the Amiga box.
Okay. I guess he's still in the background, though, so you don't get as good of a look.
Yeah, but I would still say he's kind of clearly square-jawed here, right? Like, you wouldn't call this a very thin or angular face.
Yeah, he doesn't have that elongated giraffe-style look that the later artistic
right.
representations have.
You should get the Monkey Island 1 one.
Yeah, 1 second.
Go for the original. Now, the one thing the original didn't have was a lot of the ambient music and sound effects, the cricket noises and the other stuff. And that's certainly a nice dynamic that I like that they've added to it. So they've definitely increased the immersion on that level. Yeah, Ternarian said, yeah, Guybrush and Monkey Island 2 didn't have the long and lanky Monkey Island 3 look. And yeah, strangely enough, and in fact, I remember this cover here that Narcus fired up. I remember seeing that one too.
Yeah, this is the one that I had.
And yeah, and you see we've got Marley here.
It's a little faded from how I remember, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is a great
age.
scan.
It's been a
and
long
presumably
time.
this is LeChuck, or maybe is that supposed to be Tooth Rot? Because it doesn't look like a ghost. It doesn't look dead.
I don't know. Do you remember who had the patch and who didn't? I love how they advertise PGA 256 colors.
Oh, it's a Spanish thing. It's Una Aventura Gráfica de Ron Gilbert.
Muy peligroso.
4 5.25-inch discs.
Wow. Makes you feel proud you've lived this long. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be wrapping it up today for our particular adventure here in Monkey Island 2. We certainly hope everyone's enjoyed. Narc, do you have any slides you want to show for upcoming events?
Oh, yeah, let's see if that works. Okay, so the plan is
Fingers crossed.
next week we're playing more of this. And we should be able to finish it.
Monkey Island 2!
We should be able to finish it. There are
I was wondering if we were, yeah.
There are 2 more chapters, but one of them is not very long, especially if you're not stuck on the puzzle because you don't even know what you're supposed to do.
Right. So hopefully we'll be able to burn through that real quick.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess it's going to wrap up today's venture. We certainly hope everyone enjoyed, and please feel free, if you get a chance, check out our YouTube channel at Rampancy.net for all of our adventures past and present, and for all upcoming changes for any of our schedules. We usually do these things at Saturday at 3 p.m. EDT and randomly sometimes during the week. So if you'd like to, you can always check our schedule listings at Rampancy.net/schedule. So until next time, I am Blackstar, he is Nargajan, she is Leah Crow. We are Rampancy, and we certainly hope to catch all of you next time. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for the follow, Turnarian.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
What the? Is that a... No? Ah, curse you, old school adventure game. Uh-huh. 1555 cheater.
LucasArts Games hint line.